this way, live freaks inside. Be amazed in wonderment. Step right this way, live freaks inside. Be amazed in wonderment. See the skinny skeleton man, feisty Siamese twins, sexy snake woman, beautiful bearded lady, the unbelievable blockhead, painless human pincushion, and devious fire eater. See the skinny skeleton man, feisty Siamese twins, sexy snake woman, beautiful bearded lady, the unbelievable blockhead, painless human pincushion, and devious fire eater. See the skinny skeleton man, feisty Siamese twins, sexy snake woman, beautiful bearded lady, the unbelievable blockhead, painless human pincushion, and devious fire eater. Step right this way, live freaks inside. Be amazed in wonderment. Step right this way, live freaks inside. Be amazed in wonderment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing out there? Did I push the... Oh, it pushed the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's the right background music that I wanted. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Sorry, I was a tiny bit late. I just got back from the bar. That's why we call this the Drunken News Report, because I have a couple drinks before we get into this insanity. So let me bring in our guests as of right now. And if there's anybody in the side chat who wants to join us, just let us know and we will bring you in. So here is the mama and here is Vila. How are you both doing today?
Doing good.
How about you, Vila?
I'm doing good. I just trying to log back in, so you should be getting the code.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I didn't realize it would sign me out of everything. I clicked the wrong button. Oh god, my brain's been absolutely wonderful lately. Just fucking love it. Beautiful.
Good. Yeah. Same here. As soon as I get that thingy that comes in, I'll definitely send you that code.
Thank you. How's Cash today? Is she alright?
Still dealing with us trying to figure out stuff with living situations, I guess is the best way to put it.
Okay.
So, yeah. Brainless, I think I sent you a link. Did I not send the Brainless a link? Oh, shite. I guess I didn't. Okay, hold on. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Give me a second and I will send that to you, Brainless. Okay. There we go. Okay. For some reason, I haven't gotten the code yet, but just give me... Oh, I think I need to log into that. Give me a second and I'll get that done.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. Let's say hello to the side chat right quick. We have the mama, the Brainless, the Super Ghost, the J. Troy, and Vila's here, the Harry Wop, and we have the Julie. Yes,
Hey,
Warp.
Julian.
My brain always sees it as Wop, and it's Warp. Hey, Harry. And hey, Lizard.
Fuck you
He's
too,
a
Jules.
hairy wet ass pussy.
Hey, people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I already thought, like, with the Drunken News Report, you usually forget to send me a link.
Yes, Harry.
I just
did.
give you a gentle reminder. Because I know you usually try and get me on.
Yes, exactly.
So, but yeah.
Okay, I need to switch accounts to do that. Vila, we'll get that figured out later.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. If there's anybody else in the side chat who hasn't said hello to us, please say hi. Welcome everybody. We have some very, very interesting stuff to go over. I did not make a poll yet, so I think we're just going to go through the subjects one at a time, unless there's anything that somebody wants to go over out of the different subjects, then just let me know and we can always go over that one. But I kind of want to go over the mutant soldiers.
Oh, sounds interesting. They all sound kind of interesting. So.
Yeah, they do.
But like the mutant soldiers, yeah, as I said, because Vila asked me what was it about when we weren't in the voice chat, and I saw it and was like, yeah, that's gotta be something that people are actually working at. You know, it's too tempting not to try, I would guess.
Yeah, we were having a talk about like the, I guess, mutations or like modifications that they've already been doing to soldiers anyway that we don't really think about, like the psychological changes that they make soldiers undergo to break them from the status quo of what normality is, with like empathy breaking, things like that, and various different things that they do, and does that constitute as it, and then the advances that they're going to do versus also the people that are now like manning drones.
Right.
Like, that's not a modification per se, but in a weird way it is, because they are that robot for all intents and purposes. They are that drone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
it's a
headline.
weird
Oh my
one,
god.
like-
Oh my god, that
Okay,
headline.
Yes, so this is why we're going over it. Yes, they are definitely modifying people, or they're using, they mentally break somebody down and bring them back up.
Yes.
But Russia reckons it's losing the war because Ukraine has mutant soldiers created in a biolab. Yes, this is why we're
Russia
talking
keeps
about
finding excuses why they're losing the war other than
Yes.
themselves.
Yeah. So this is this is why we're going over this, because according to, I don't know who Kommersant is, or however you say that, 2 Russian lawmakers have been investigating whether Ukraine has launched a dangerous military biological project with the help of the U.S. to create mutant soldiers. Yes, this is the real thing. It's just like out of Captain America. I'm not even going to try to say that name because I know.
Konstantin Kosachev.
Thank you. The deputy speaker of Russia's Federation Council, and I'm going to butcher the crap out of any Russian name because I'm not very good at translating that other way.
Irina Yarovaya.
Okay, I would believe that.
I get the V's and the W's fucked up with.
Okay,
that.
so if we are saying any of these wrong, we are not trying to. Do not hold that against us, because we are trying our best to not butcher the names.
It's quite a different language.
The first name I could get, the second one, a bit tricky.
Yeah, so we are trying to pronunciate them right if we don't. So the deputy chair of the state Duma, I don't know how. Duma. Okay. Reckon that they have stumbled upon a almighty secret. Supposedly, they are performing a series of blood tests on Ukrainian prisoners of war and found a number of diseases, including those of atypical for the territory of Ukraine. Atypical? Does that mean it is a common thing, or is it not?
It's not common. It's not common.
So that's a not common thing in the Ukraine.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so here is what they're claiming that they found, which doesn't mean shite. Hepatitis A and West Nile fever. That's the only thing they're finding, and somehow that makes.
But which disease or virus or whatever is local these days?
Yeah, exactly. People travel. I mean, it's not like they can't pick it up from somebody.
It's not like there are
this virus hotspots of diseases.
Yeah,
but
finding a disease somewhere else is not uncommon.
No. Like the West Nile disease is becoming a mini pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it's classed as. There's it being found everywhere at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hepatitis is everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, West Nile fever, of course. So I'm going to skip past this other thing, and I'm going to go to the senator added. Experiments were made on them. So they're experimenting on these Ukraine people.
Do they know this for sure?
No, the senator.
They're assuming.
Oh, I was thinking the Russians were experimenting on the Ukrainians. No, okay, so he's just saying out of the blue that they...
Yeah.
Because it says carried out in the territory. Okay, and on extremely dangerous diseases, which under certain circumstances could be distributed for the military purposes.
Hepatitis does not affect their soldiers with it.
No.
Yeah, that's not making super soldiers.
Historically, okay, let's talk about hepatitis one, right?
Yeah.
Because it can be sexually transmitted, I think, as well, like most of the hepatitis ones can. Mm-hmm. Normally, you wouldn't have the native people sending their soldiers out infected.
Right.
They would be it would be the invading party sending things like that in, and yes, they would give a soldier a sexually transmitted disease to go and potentially rape people that would then,
Right.
or hire a prostitute who would then service the other people. Like, we know that happened. We know that in
That's a
the
type of
time it's biological. In the time of sieges, they would get the dirty whores and they would send them to the other camp's side to spread diseases and shit. It's not logical. It doesn't even make sense. Russia's propaganda campaign
it is.
Russia's just finding anything they can to why they're losing the war in Ukraine.
It's complete propaganda, and there's no proof of any of this at all. It was just really hilarious when I read all of this, and I said, I can't believe they're pulling this out of their...
I mean, the Nile or something, the West Nile or whatever it was they're finding.
Yeah.
That's not a... I don't want to say dangerous disease, but it's not like it's biological warfare. You get that from like mosquitoes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So really quick, Lizard. The reason you're not immune to all forms of hepatitis, you just have every type of hepatitis. You can't get it again once you have it. No, I'm sorry. I had to, Julian. It was right there. That was too easy for me. So, anyways, let's get to.
He's immune to every sexually transmitted disease.
Because he has them all.
That's because nobody wants to have sex with him.
Brainless, you have a lot of air in the background. I think.
Yeah, something.
I think that's you, Brainless.
Excuse me.
No, because I also hear it.
Okay,
yeah, you
so
did, Lizard.
it's not
you walked
me.
right into it. Hey, Tony.
Skits. Okay, it kind of went away. So whatever. If that gets if anybody else hears that, then we'll try to fix that as soon as possible. So let's see.
Yes, Skits.
I hear it again.
Yeah. Okay. I think
way,
it's
hi, Skits.
It's a Marooney.
Yeah.
Skitsaroonie.
Yeah, Skitsaroonie. Something is you're getting a little bit of feedback in your background.
It wasn't happening before you moved your mic, so I think you may have wobbled something a bit.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you probably have a loose connection. Okay, let's try one more time. Yeah, I can still hear air or something.
That's
yeah.
A grounding problem?
Yeah, it could be.
Could be.
It's Gur. He's messing with the mic.
That's right.
Gur being Gur.
Okay, let's try. Let's try one more time.
Now you're muted in the.
We're still muted.
In the StreamYards.
I think he's looking at his audio and trying to see if he's. Yeah, I know he's trying to go over his own audio inside of. So whenever you're ready, Skits, go ahead and. Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
Take Can't hear it.
Yep. Cool. We're golden.
Don't touch it.
So
Lizard asked an important question. How did I get? So how did I get them if I'm unfuckable?
We did not say that you're unfuckable there, because if you can keep your mouth closed for more than 5 minutes at a bar at 2 a.m., I'm sure you can get laid, because you are an attractive gentleman.
He fucks himself over constantly.
Well, and that too. And you are an attractive gentleman. It's just when you talk that you make it so you're unfuckable.
You guys.
Okay, let's get.
Oh, so mean.
We still love you, dude.
We
obviously
we love. Everybody loves each other, and we obviously are having fun, because if you can remember in the past, Julian has poked fun at all of us.
Yes.
So we have to poke at him every once in a while. So this means we do love poking people with consent.
With consent, exactly.
With consent. And those performances enhance. Oh, sorry. And those performance enhancing drugs that they are still given in order to completely neuralize the last traces of human consciousness and turn them into the most cruel and deadly monsters.
Is this did we just watch Universal Soldier or something? Yeah. I swear to God.
Well,
exactly.
The Nazis did do that as well.
I mean, they gave them, what was it?
Meth is one hell of a drug.
Meth, something like that. Is
he
he saying they're giving them bath salts?
Sure. The thing is like, I don't know if people know this out there, but crystal methamphetamine is one structure, but just like LSD and a couple other drugs, you can make different versions of them. So like MDMA comes in MDA, or LSD can be 25 or 24 or 21 or something like that, right? Same with other drugs. And so the crystal methamphetamine, or the amphetamines they were giving to their soldiers, was actually called an agrometh. And it actually turned off the part of the brain that had empathy, and it made them just like gung-ho. And I've actually, once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, folks, I've been clean for 16 years. We're almost at 17. But I actually took some of that. It's a different type of amphetamine. So when you take it, you literally just want to destroy everything around you. It sucked for 12 hours or whatever. I literally just want to destroy everything. And then you get off and you're like, oh, well, I'm good. I don't want to kill people. So I believe the version that they were all taking, and even Hitler himself was being injected with this every morning. He was being injected every morning by his doctor to wake him up. So he literally was laying in bed sleeping, and the dude would come up and shoot him up with methamphetamine, wake him up. Imagine being woken up by meth, like literally, like.
I don't know what's interesting.
It's called an alarm clock, dude.
Allegedly, Russia is giving their soldiers drugs to keep them going.
Yeah.
So it's some type of upper. It's some type of upper.
Not just an upper and a downer, to keep them addicted so they don't stop fighting. Because if they stop, they don't get the drugs.
I gotcha.
It's been allegedly found on captured soldiers, and they've been witnessing withdrawal effects on people, things like that.
Right.
You never know how true it is. We're not there. We're not seeing it firsthand. There's so much propaganda going around.
Yeah.
And Russia is doing specific propaganda of the throw and see what shit sticks. Also, if you throw 100 beads down the stairs, you can't catch them all. So you're busy fighting a load or trying to catch a load while hundreds are going past you. You can't debunk all the propaganda. There's not enough time in the world.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. But once again, the reason why the Russians are claiming this right now is because they're losing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They have to make a reason.
Anything they grasp at, they're using at this point.
Yeah, any reason they can to prove that.
It's not our fault. Look over here. Smoke and mirrors,
I have no idea why this is a quote, and I'm not going to look further up and down why. But it says, you remember the old cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? ? My kids used to watch it. Okay, what does that have to do with this bullshit? What are we talking about? What?
Go up a bit. Go up a bit. It does stick to the top here. They do state that the geneticists found that West Nile fever has been detected in southern parts of Russia, and hepatitis B is not rare there.
Of course it's not.
So it's contradicting what Russia's saying.
Yeah.
They're trying to see the similarity of turtles, right?
Well, if you look at the top, when it says cartoon reruns, old cartoon reruns, and then it goes to Ninja Turtles.
Because also if you think the turtle, smell, nothing.
Right.
Like, they're not seen as like one of the interesting pets by the masses. You have to be into that sort of pet to be interested in it, because they're not seen to be affectionate like cats or dogs or this sort of thing. So then the Ninja Turtles, a person, huge size difference, brain capacity change, where they go from having no visible noise to fully functioning language. It's to elicit that stark change between you seeing A to B. That's what they're doing to their soldiers. If they weren't experimenting on them, they'd be dumb little animals with no clue what to do, and we would have won because they experimented on them that we can't win, and they're not playing by the rules.
Right.
Even though Russia never played by the rules, because even in the first weeks of bombing, they were killing civilians, breaking the Geneva Convention, all kinds of like war like things that they put in place. They were breaking, and they were systematically wiping out all Jewish culture and anything to do with the Holocaust from Ukraine as well. weren't being like Nazis whatsoever. No.
So I put up a poll.
But then again, like Ukraine joining the UN and stuff, that was, we promised Russia no bordering countries. So
is Ukraine in NATO or the UN?
No, that's what they were trying to get.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Norway and another country that wanted to join NATO, and they actually did.
Did they or did they not?
Yeah, they just did, I believe. They said they're going to, despite all this. I think it was Sweden and Norway. Anyway, one of them.
I want to say it's those two, and if not, if anybody on the side chat wants to let us know, I mean, but I believe it's them. And then we're trying to get the Ukraine in it, but yeah, that's going to be very, very weird because I don't know about all like how that you get inducted or whatever, and I don't know, but we should be helping them a lot more, obviously, because it's redonkulous that they're doing this. So anyways, Tony says, fun fact, Hitler became obsessed with effects of amphetamines after seeing their use in the U.S. Olympic team at the 1936 Olympic Games. And that's very true. They were pumping their athletes full of drugs, and they won some of the time.
Gotcha.
We did have a couple of really, really awesome people on our side for the Olympics, and we kicked the shit out of a couple of them in different events. I believe it was like boxing or something that Hitler walked out before it was ended because we had a black gentleman who was kicking the ass of one of their top dudes or something like that.
Yeah.
And Hitler walked out before because he couldn't believe that.
How can the superior race be beaten?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was, which made it funny as fuck. Because I think they did get a couple of gold medals that year, but we beat them a couple times as well, and Hitler hated that bullshit.
Actually, I could see why Hitler would think that it would be logical for that to happen. Oh, well, they're naturally stronger of the body, but not of the mind. Eugenics, bullshit.
Yeah, and of course, they would think no matter what, any other race was inferior. So, yeah, I mean, like...
But then again, like the strong black people in America, why are they so strong? Why are there most of the black dudes quite big dudes?
Because
maybe because my ancestors selected them.
Well, that and during slavery, when you're put to work in the fields 20 hours a day.
Also, nowadays, like it's almost the same thing. Nowadays, they're not given a good enough education. Most America isn't. So, what jobs are they most likely to get? Pencil pusher or manual labor? They're still probably going to be in manual labor jobs, thus being more muscular build, things like that. Or same goes with like the concept of like the outside and inside slave. There's the ones that will be in shops and other things, but they're not getting a chance to be the higher levels because still
totally
same bullshit, different story.
And right, like if you're living in a place where you don't have a way to get out of that system, and all you have to do is learn how to play sports or to do something like that. Right, then that's going to be something that is going to seem a little bit more prevalent. You're going to have more people trying to go into that because that's your way out of it. And of course, we do not believe that's fair, and we think there should be way more equality with everybody. So those things don't happen. And I grew up in the ghettos, so like I was, dealing drugs and doing all the gangster stuff. Luckily for me, I did not firsthand have to take care of anybody, and the people that we got in fights with lived. I did accidentally get some things taken from me, and I told some people that I was involved with, and I got told they were taken care of when they came back, and that's all I know. I don't know what that means, and I did not delve further into any of that. But yeah. So, and again, this was like 30 years ago or something, like a zillion years ago. That was the last time I reported or told on somebody in that way. But the dude did take a crap ton of fucking stuff off of me. So, but yeah, I think he just got roughed up. They came back with a couple bongs and a couple things from his house. I just think they just beat him up, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, America is keeping their middle and lower class dumb.
Okay.
Well, our middle class is slowly being eradicated.
All right, folks. This is proving that we're a conspiracy channel, and that we are involved with the government and the Illuminati and the deep state. Right now, we have Mind Reader at 33%. We have Devilman at 33%. We have Parallel Universe at 33%.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nobody vote! Nobody vote!
That's great. I love it.
NASA
sticking up its middle
Of course,
finger
it's
at
the
us.
the
Illuminati.
Naughty. Yes,
The naughty.
yes, and that's where
a
you.
nice
It's
channel.
changed.
I know it has.
You're
So
saying-
you know what the Illuminati is? It's when you take a aluminum paddle and you beat people with an aluminum paddle. That's the Illuminati.
Spank him.
God damn it! All right. Hello, Mark. Welcome. Let's see what you're
Hello,
saying.
Mark.
Because I'm not even- Think of it as keeping things in order in the hood. Not getting someone in trouble. Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah. Once again, I will say this, and I haven't gotten killed yet from saying it, but I worked for the Hells Angels, the Mexican Mafia, and the Asian Mafia, and a handful of other organizations that were high up. I saw a bunch of crazy stuff, and I was involved with a bunch of crazy stuff, and I saw a bunch of crazy stuff I probably should not have seen or was given the information about.
Making
That's
sure
why we do
stories
these
with my
things.
husband.
Yeah, and that's why we do these things, because people out there, especially in these conspiracies or the people that believe in some of these things, they think they have an understanding. No, I was hanging out with like pimps and prostitutes of a high level, escorts and stuff like that, with like really rich men. I think I've said this in the past, but I used to take really, really rich men, or well, it was usually men. I don't think it was ever any women. And they would pay me like thousands of dollars, and all they would do is just take them around and do whatever they wanted. If they wanted a prostitute of any type, got them that. If they wanted drugs, if they wanted to go to a rave, if they wanted to go to a nightclub, if they wanted to go to a strip club, whatever. For 2 to 3 days, they would just pay me to just take them anywhere they wanted. And I didn't ask questions as long as it was technically within the laws. Like, right? No, I mean, no animals, no kids, no, certain things you could not get from me. But if you wanted to screw 20 hookers, throw me another $1,000, bro, and I got 20 girls over here or whatever. Like, I used to just. So when you are in those circles, you get to hear a lot of weird, crazy stuff. And the way that I know, like, there isn't certain underground organizations that are running crap to some extent, is because that's not what those people were talking about. None of them were like, yeah, we're all Illuminatiers and we're all here, we're all this and that, or, there's this thing going on. And, I would have found out about a lot of craziness if that was an actual thing. And once again, the other thing that people don't recognize or realize, when you're that deep into certain things, people want you to be in their organization. You know how many times the Hells Angels were like, hey, start being whatever it's called for us. Hey, join this gang or join us, do this, do that. And I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm just going to be solo. I'm just going to be on my own. I do not want to follow your rules. I want to be whatever I want to be and do whatever I want to do and not be forced to do anything because I'm a part of your organization.
So freelance gangsta.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I love GTA so much, GTA 5 so much, because
It's relatable to you.
I feel like
Yeah.
home. Yeah, I play the game. Yeah, I get to kill prostitutes and do all this stuff that I don't, I'm not going to get in trouble for. because
Right. It's a video game.
It's not real anymore.
Hmm.
So, really quick, the Mind Reader is 29%, Devilman is 36, and then Parallel Universe is 36. So if we can get one more vote, or at least a couple, then we can.
Yeah, one more vote for the Mind Reader, please.
Sure. Yeah, and then we'll have 33 and 33 and 33 again. But anyways, so welcome Swirly.
Hello.
And then, of course, the Nerdy Rodent. And if there's anybody else in the side chat who showed up that we have not said hello to, please go ahead. Oh, sorry, Sydney.
Hey,
Hi, honey.
Oh, hey, Sydney.
Hey, Sid.
See you there.
If there's anybody else, let us know if you would like to. If you're a lurker and you just want to hang out in the background, fucking go for it.
Yeah. Well, hello, all workers. Yes.
Although I just realized me talking about all my Mafia crap just got us 16 viewers.
Isn't that funny how that works?
We usually don't have that many viewers, but
See how that works?
My Mafia, exactly.
He was looking like, where?
Hey, demon. So I should just do an episode about talking about my Mafia days.
Hello, Irish.
Hi, Irish.
I mean,
Hey, the
that would be
stories-
really interesting. To be fair, I would watch that.
Sure. Why not? In the future, we're gonna do a Slim's Mafia days or something like that. And I'll just go
Mafia
through
memories. How about Mafia
Yeah.
memories? Got to do alliteration.
Yeah, I'll just go through how I accidentally. Well, I tried to fall into the underground scene. I really tried really hard to get into selling drugs and being around pimps and prostitutes and stuff. I put myself in those situations. When I was 16 years old, my best friend's mom was a dominatrix, and then his dad was a black gentleman, black pimp that only pimped out white transvestite crack whores.
It's a very specific
Yeah.
name.
Yes.
I don't think
it's-
that's PC anymore.
I know. I don't know how to say it better though. I mean, like literally.
Not
that's,
not what you said. What they were doing. I know they don't give a
Right.
shit about that, but like that's
Right.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's like a white guy exclusively pimping out black prostitutes.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
Totally. And then before we get to this, it looks like we're gonna do Devilman. I almost got turned into a. I had a female pimp who said that she'll get me changed into a woman down in Mexico for free as long as I was her bottom bitch for blah blah blah. So I almost got turned into a fucking transgender prostitute at 17 years old. Yeah. Luckily for me, my brain was already like, I don't want to be that type of hooker or that type of sex worker.
Yeah.
And then I had a handful of friends who were like, you're going to owe her for the rest of your life. Don't do it.
Yep.
Like if you want to transition or you want to do something, do it on your own. And so luckily I kind of found my way out of that.
Looking back, would you have if it wasn't strings attached, they were just saying I'd pay for it, would you have done it?
No. I like being the cyborg that I am and being the gender bender that I am. I don't feel like the other thing I hate saying, I was born with a generous sized genitalia. I think it would be horrible to take that away from everybody that I have been with.
Yes, you were given a gift.
Kevin.
Yes.
I have given
And you
so much
shared that
pleasure.
gift, and it would
Thank
be,
the Lord
it would
for
be,
Slim Stick.
Yeah,
I said
Hey,
my
It would just
No,
be disappointing
only
for the world
my
if it would get
little
taken
dick
away.
gets
I got it.
worshipped, thank you. My thick little dick gets worshipped.
And the other thing is like I do believe that like I am a feminine soul inside of a man's body, but that does not mean that I feel like I need to be one. I love being a cyborg. I love.
You
being
don't have body
able to-
dysphoria, basically, is what you're
Well,
saying.
I did
About
until
wanting to be effeminate, and you wished
Yeah.
you'd not maybe got the face tattoos in the same way now, because you wish you could be more fluid with the effeminate features of your face. Because I remember you mentioned that ages ago. I don't know if that was when you were really blitzed and it was just pouring out or not.
Well, part of the face tattoos help me feel like I have makeup on, so I don't feel like I have to put on makeup to go outside, so I can have that feminism. So I love confusing people with my gender when I go do fetish shows, even though like I have a beard, but like when I wear a dress or I wear feminine stuff and a little bit more makeup, it's fun to push those boundaries. So I'm glad that I didn't
have beards and stuff. Either way, you'd never know.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of friends now who are bearded ladies. So that is a more common thing as well. I have 4 friends that are bearded that are
lots of women that suffer from polycystic ovarian syndrome, who are more prone to having facial hair. There's this big movement of them embracing the facial hair and being like, fuck it, this is me.
I get a little mustache every now and then.
Totally, so
I just shave it. There you go.
The other part about not transitioning completely or whatever, I think that I can help people who are going through body dysmorphia by showing them they can be whatever they want. By saying I'm a cyborg or I consider myself this or that is more palatable. And if you have a kid or a teenager, right, that has seen my show, it gives them the confidence to change themselves into something else. Like I have gotten handfuls of emails and been messaged by teens and older saying, I was having a problem with my existence until I saw you. And then I said, I'm going to dye my hair, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that, because I saw that you're pushing the boundaries of that. And then I feel more comfortable in my own skin now that I am able to get myself past that. Like I had a middle-aged woman who was like, I was scared to death to dye my hair purple because I thought all my coworkers were going to make fun of me. And she said, I saw your show. I dyed my hair purple. She said, fuck it. And she went in and everybody fucking loved it. She was the talk of the town.
Yeah.
So, that's
some people are just scared of painting their hair or dyeing their hair because of their mom's reaction.
Yeah.
Everybody else around them.
Me and Willow Faye get that a lot. Like they ask us where we buy our hair dye. They ask me advice on what to do, and I'm like, I'm not a hairdresser. I've been dyeing my own hair my whole life. Not my whole life, since I was a teenager, like 15 years now. If I've got chemical burns from it, I've lost most of my hair from it. You got to be prepared. At the end, it grows back. You can buy a wig, but I'm like, do it. It's just hair.
It's just hair. It'll grow back.
Don't, because some bleaches can give you chemical burn, and that can stop the hair growing back. But otherwise, it grows back. If it goes wrong, you can buy nice wigs now for very cheap.
Exactly.
And the one bit of advice I've always said is, please go to a hairdresser college to get them to bleach your hair first if you've not used bleach yourself before. They will do it for very, very cheap, and they are not novices. They have to be a certain level before they're allowed near the chemicals.
Correct. Yeah.
You can colour it yourself after that if you need to. Otherwise, use Schwarzkopf bottle dye, because that's got a pre-lightener in it. If you use the Schwarzkopf XXL Live, do it. Have fun with your hair. It's just fucking hair.
My daughter, when she was,
they can go screw themselves. It's not their hair.
Yeah. Totally.
My daughter, when she was 12, asked if she could dye her hair, and at that point she was still blonde. And I said, sure, no problem. She's had it purple, red, all different colors. And then she finally realized, okay, I'm done with I'm out of that thing. I don't want to dye my hair anymore. And she dyed it brown. Well, once that came out, her roots started coming out. They came out brown. So she's like her dad. She's born a blonde, and as she got older, her hair turned brown.
Yeah. That can definitely happen. So really quick, Mark, serious question. Was this
Philanthropic.
Yep. Outlook the reason for you to be who you are, or a consequence of you being who you are? That's hard to describe exactly. I knew that I was not fitting in my own skin when I was younger, and I was trying to figure that place out. And for a while, it was man or woman, and then I realized I don't need to be either or, and that's where the cyborg came in. I saw androids and robots on TV and movies, and I was like, oh, I don't have to be a thing. I can be a non-thing. And I feel like I'm more robotic in the mental disorders that I have, because I don't see certain human pain in humans the right way sometimes. I don't respond to, my mom's a crier. She cries no matter what. So I have learned to just turn myself off when my mom cries. And that translates into the rest of my life. And so for me, I was like, oh, I feel more robotic than I do humanoid because of that. I guess it could be either or. I am the product of feeling that way, and then I made myself into this, which is kind of like going into a rabbit hole. Just keep modifying yourself until I won't look human anymore. Eventually is what's gonna happen. I will not look human in 5 years, probably. All right, so the poll went to 40% was Devilman, 32 was Mind Reader, and 20 was Parallel Universe. So we're going to go ahead and end the poll, and we are going to talk about the real life devil. And speaking of body modifications and somebody turning themselves into whatever they would like, this gentleman.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put on the televangelist. Because he looks more like the devil than this dude.
Oh, Kenneth Copeland, of course.
Yeah.
Copeland. Oh, Lord.
He does.
And like you say, the one that looks like the devil, and everybody knows exactly which one I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so the major reason why we're going over this is because the real life devil with horns implanted is banned from church after all of his extreme body modifications. So whatever church he was going to will not let him into church anymore because they say he looks too satanic. That's not him. That's okay. We're looking at maybe that is him through the transition.
I think that's his progression.
Yeah. Okay, so this was the first, second.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Ooh, pardon me.
Then next, he did his eyes, and then this is him, and then we get to the silicone implants that he's putting in. There's him with his daughter, newborn, and then. Yeah, okay.
And then he turned into the real devil. Oh.
Yeah, and then he turned into this.
Okay.
So let's really quick just see.
He's got the injection, the stuff in his eyes too, the tattooing in his eyes.
Yeah, he's definitely had his eyes inked. So this, a dad has claimed his extreme body modification, which makes him look like a real life devil, has seen him banned from various churches. Is it Renee Dinzes de la Silva has spent 50,000 euros on changing pounds. Sorry, pounds. Yeah. And changing his look in the last 14 years, which include implants in his forehead and tattoos across 70% of his body. The 38-year-old Brazilian quickly became addicted to visiting the tattoo conventions before moving into a more serious body implants. The most prominent are his 2 transdermal implants on his forehead, allowing him to screw different sized horns into his head. So these horns, what he does is he has a male screw top that comes out, and he just puts these horns on there so he can change out the horns. That's why the horns look different in different pictures, because he's just screwing those on to male screw tops that are coming out of his forehead. And the only way for these to work is to have a really, really wide base. So
Right.
that's why all of these are really, really wide, so that they don't pull it out from the weight. Let's see.
Not something I would do, but like I get it. It does look cool.
I was gonna do it until everybody and their mom fucking started doing it in LA.
Right?
And I'm like, I'm not gonna get horns if everybody's doing it. God damn it.
It's like, seriously.
You're already horny enough, right?
Well, exactly. I don't need to show that to.
I love the
Yes.
elf ear piercings, but not the weird ones that they just sew it up so it looks like you've got a pocket in your ear. But where they actually cut away part of your ears and completely reshape it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
I like the more extensive way of doing it. It looks much better. It looks so much more natural. And again, you don't have that weird little like alcove part in the top of your ear.
I don't. Oh, I see what he's saying. Okay, I get this now. He says, I also have a lightning bolt implanted in my hand, a silicone implant that is in the shape of a lightning bolt. Like I have a glow-in-the-dark star, and I have a power button, and then I'm some of my other implants. So that makes sense.
Slim.
Yeah.
Can you kick skids? Come on, that must be a violation of some kind.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. Goddamn Kenneth Copeland. Remember, the Gee told him he needs 21 jets so that he can fly around the world.
He's going to fly around. God wants him to fly around and spread the word.
Penny, I mean, who wants to be in a fart box with a load of demons?
Exactly. He
A
does
long
not,
tube full of demons.
Oh,
He
that's
does not-
right.
he doesn't want to see a woman being dragged down the walkways of a airplane while he's trying to communicate with God. And that's what he fucking said.
Well, I do get like
Hi, Carl.
he does do his shows all over the country, so I do get that for him having a jet is
A jet, but not
useful.
21 jets.
But like that can be the cheapest jet there is.
That's excessive.
Well, the
I
other
don't
thing
think
is,
it would be, because then he'd need to pay for a jet, which is millions, and then to have a personal pilot on standby.
Yep.
That's a lot of
Jesus.
money too.
Yeah.
It's still
And
cheaper
the
to pay
fuel.
for first class. Yeah, and the fuel as well. Still cheaper to pay
I
for like
mean,
the highest level, first class, whatever,
Mhm.
with the best airlines, not the budget shit.
Yeah, but
it's still
then
cheaper.
you're still relying on a company. And, so,
Okay,
and like
but-
you're going all over the place all the time. So if
really
we
quick.
fly every now and then. So and then
Yeah.
once in a while you have a problem. If you
But
fly
really quick.
every day.
He had regular airplanes that he already had, and then he decided he needed jets.
Yeah, no,
So
I get
he
it.
just
Like,
kept upgrading and upgrading,
Yeah.
which he does not need. The
No.
Jesus told us to be humble.
Mhm.
If he was humble, he would have been fucking just taking a fucking regular airplane that he even bought himself. No, he
What
has
is
to
he
have the
using
best.
that time?
yeah,
Sure,
like,
but he-
no, as I said, like to have his private transport, that I get that, but it doesn't need to be that excessive.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he has the top of the line jets that he's going in, and I'm sure that they hire waiting staff and then the pilot.
Oh, he's
And,
got probably flight attendants on standby,
he,
and
he probably hires little children that he. Never mind. Sorry,
Or at
I
least
won't
prostitutes.
won't go there. Okay. Anyways,
That's better.
that's way better, Skits. We'd rather look at you than that motherfucker's face. He is a true demon. So here we go.
Ugh.
we're going to the mind-reading device. First U.S. patent receives mind-reading brain device. Can surf web through thoughts.
Well, that already exists. You can make that yourself with a Raspberry Pi and sensors on your head. You can make a brain-computer interface.
With Raspberry, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's a little computer for the people that don't know.
Yeah, no,
Right,
yeah,
right.
I know, yeah. So a brain chip maker has thought one step ahead of Elon Musk's Neuralink, with the first human implantation of a brain-computer interface, a BCI in the U.S. Bioelectronics medicine company Synchron Systems has the literal brains behind the mind-reading invention. So here we go. At Mount Sinai West Hospital in New York on Tuesday, the 1.5-inch stent-like device was implanted into the brain of a amyotrophic lateral sclerosis patient, following the approvals by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to conduct a trial. The wire was inserted into the blood vessel of the brain of a patient who has ALS and has lost the ability to talk or move, allowing them to communicate by thinking. The U.S. patent joins 4 others in Australia, the company's home base, to have the brain connected to a computer. So the stenoid can read the thoughts of the brainwaves of the patient via connected to a computer system and translate their thoughts into text or emails. So, of course, through this, they're able to also surf the internet or go do things, other tasks, accessing banking sites and shopping online, and getting into like
with
work.
The people around you.
Yeah, and they finally get to actually do that. The surgery is it's non-invasive procedure, meaning that there was no need to cut into the skull or insert a
strenode or strainode or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Instead of an incision that was made into the neck, where a catheter pushed the mind-reading gadget into the blood vessel near the motor cortex.
Okay,
so the second procedure is done by placing a pacemaker-like device into the chest of the patient, acting like a receiver, which computes what the stenoid picks up. Meanwhile, the stenoid will read the neurons and brainwaves of a patient to determine what they are thinking.
Okay.
Let's see. The technology, whatever. But the trial was done by measuring just how safe these stents are and how much independence can be returned to the patient, who can now send messages hand-free.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it's just a way for people who aren't able to.
I think ALS affects all your motor skills, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of things are originally made for. And
well, that's the main reason why we're doing medical advancements, is for people that have disabilities or can't use functions.
I've always found that very interesting. Like, that's the same. Like they've been trying to make it possible to have like a camera on your head and feed that into your brain, so a blind person could see.
Right.
And I think everybody's seen the video of the kid that was born deaf that got an implant. Everybody has probably seen that video.
Yeah,
like
a cochlear implant, or is it a newer version thing?
Yeah, like that's Like if you are
can't
a
hear
smart
you,
person
Fritz.
and you can make stuff like that, like that's
Mhm.
isn't that the most fucking beautiful thing you can do?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
the thing is, there's already been Botox. Botox was actually originally investigated into for people with cerebral palsy
Okay.
to relax their hands, right? It's also used for people with connective muscular disorders. However, the industry found out that it also, funny side effect, was it happened to reduce the effects of wrinkles in the patients that needed it for
Right.
disorders of the face, muscles in their face. And thus, it went all out where research was done on it for plastic surgery and all this shit. And now it's not really even important to, well, it is very important to people that need it, but insurance companies are like, no, that's purely aesthetic.
Cosmetic. Yes.
It's
Cosmetic.
never meant to
Yes.
be cosmetic or aesthetic. But because the beauty industry commandeered it, it is now solely viewed as a aesthetic thing, and that it's not all insurance companies will pay for it now because of the companies commandeering it. Same for various other things within the
But even if a doctor would prescribe it,
doesn't matter. The doctors prescribe a lot of procedures in America. Doesn't mean the insurance companies pay for it.
It's the same thing happened when they overturned Roe v. Wade. There was a drug that was used that could help treat cancer patients, but because it was considered a
Abortionogenic.
abortionogenic. I think that the insurance, they're like, oh no, you can't have that now.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. You can't have that now.
That means cancer.
Yeah, they don't care.
Sorry, not cancer. That means
Yeah.
chemotherapy. That could be an abortionogenic. What about anything?
wait,
I know.
alcohol can
God, are they going to just
Negative
not sell
vegan.
metal coat hangers? Sorry.
No,
It's
but
just that's how the mindset is. The political mindset is.
cigarettes can,
Yeah, if it can be used for this over here, and that's now illegal, can't do that no more. You can't have that anymore, even if it helps you over here. They don't care.
Which,
It's so
again,
stupid.
the same thing they've been doing to disabled people for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But in a way, I do get
but
it
with
because
small it affects you small, minute amount of cripples. I know it's only 10 million, 100 million of you.
Right. Who
No,
cares, right?
No, but
Yeah.
they're
But-
scared that that they would get in trouble if somebody abuses what they paid for, and that would be, and if that is gonna be something illegal, there is logic behind it.
There's logic
No,
behind it, but
not with the Botox, though. Not
It's
with
the
the Botox.
lawmakers saying no, not the medical
Right.
company.
yeah.
Yeah,
Of
but
course, yeah.
that's the reason why
See-
why the insurance companies are not going to be paying.
When
for
my
it.
son was diagnosed with ADHD, I could not get refills on his medication because it was considered a controlled substance. I had to go down every month and get a new prescription every single month. So because it could be abused. That's how they could handle this. Yeah, there's ways to handle it without taking it away.
Well, that your son
But that
was
would take
lucky that
effort.
they had you, but not everyone
Yeah.
has someone that can
No.
do that. And thus refills are what they need. They make it so hard for disabled people, and it's
Mhm.
beyond them thinking that, oh yeah, the disabled person might have trouble doing this and jumping through these hoops that we give them
Correct.
to jump through because they're disabled, and
Mhm.
pharmacies that won't deliver because you're under a certain age.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like you're asking them to deliver the pill. Not that I'm putting down that, but then we're talking about one prescription which is not generally for any disability. Some things, yes, but not as a one-off thing. It's normally accompanying other medications if it's used for that, because you've got other issues. As opposed to someone who needs 10, 20 medications, 5 even, weekly, monthly, whatever. They say, can you deliver? Sorry, no, you're under 70.
Right.
We're not going to deliver.
But wait. Isn't that discrimination?
Grey area, I guess.
No.
In the Americas, we have people at the pharmacy that are saying they were not going to sell certain people condoms because their religion will not let them do that. So yeah,
And
no,
don't fucking work in a pharmacy.
yeah, no, I totally understand that. And it doesn't make any fucking sense and I'm glad the Mango just showed up because this is one of the subjects that
Mango knows everything about this
she's
subject.
going to help us with it. So yeah, there are people that are showing up at the pharmacies in the Americas and they're not getting their birth control pills. And then the other day, some lady showed up and was on vacation and she forgot to bring condoms. And her husband, who they already have multiple kids, wanted to have sex. And she tried to go get condoms from a CVS, I think.
Yeah.
Was what it was. Yeah. And the person said, oh, I can't sell these to you. So they had to get the manager over. And the manager had to log this person out, let them walk away, and then log themselves in and then fucking sell them condoms. In a fucking in a CVS, in a medical place where medicine is sold.
But sorry, but if
can you hear me?
That means you cannot do your job. No, but that means you cannot do your job. So what the fuck are you doing there?
Yeah, the problem is CVS is fucking. Yeah, but the problem is the CVS is actually taking the side of their employees as of right now. I don't know. They may have flipped it in the last week because this was Mango. What do you think? 2 weeks ago or something that happened?
Something that you have to remember though is that there are states with laws on the books that allow pharmacists to do that. So it does not matter that it is part of their job to sell you these things. What matters is there are laws that protect them and allow them to deny you.
Yeah. That's the problem with the Americas.
Bloody ridiculous.
Oh, you can sell them to me. Then okay, bye.
So it's like if I was working at a porn store and I said I can't sell you this butt plug because my religion said there's no sodomy, right? You know,
right.
Dumb. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
If your religion says I can't sell certain things, then don't go working at a CVS pharmacy.
Well,
go
it
work at a
doesn't say
library.
anywhere in the Bible that you cannot sell other people fucking condoms.
That's just their interpretation.
No.
Well, see,
totally.
The thing, it doesn't even fall under religion.
No, it
they
doesn't.
list it as your moral standards.
Yeah.
And things like that, so that they can get away with it without saying, "Oh yeah, because I'm a Christian and I think you don't need birth control."
So does that mean as someone's moral standard, they can say, well, who do you plan on having sex with these condoms? Sorry, it's my moral standard that we don't mix the colours. Separate washes, please.
Yeah, and the other thing is there is condoms for heterosexual sex and there are condoms for male sex. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's ones with spermicidal lubricant and a certain type of lubricant, and that is for male and female, and then there are other types of contraceptives that are made for male on male, and I didn't know that until I worked in the at the porn store, and I realized and there's also a million types of condoms as well. There's so many things that if you're having an allergy to something, there's this, that, but it doesn't matter. If you cannot do your job, you should not be working there. It's like working at let's say you work in a warehouse and they're like, I need you to pick up these 20-pound boxes and, do these things. And you're like, you know what? My morality says I can't lift 20 pounds. I can lift 17, but I can't lift 20.
I can do 18, but I can't do 20. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And there shouldn't be laws to protect you against that. You should say, if you cannot perform your job at work doing these certain duties, which every other fucking job does, then you do not get to be working here.
It is the reference you just made. So in a warehouse, you've got a person that cannot pick up the box. They're not just because they're too weak to, or they're physically unable to. Like they have a disability, right?
Sure.
You wouldn't say it's ableist to not hire them in a warehouse setting because they cannot physically do that one job. It is not only is it's dangerous for them to be raising boxes above their heads and doing this and that, not just for them but the safety of other people.
And normally when they do the job description, that's in there.
You know,
you must be able to do X, Y, and Z.
You have to be able to do this, right?
Yeah.
Now,
are you able
fine,
to?
But you wouldn't go to. It wouldn't really stand saying that's ableism. So it shouldn't stand saying when you work in a pharmacy saying you have to give medication, you have to give vaccines, you have to sell condom, the morning after pill, plan A, B, C, all through to whatever there is. You have to give accurate medical information, and you have to also give out methadone, beta blockers, all the things for people going through rehabilitation and things.
Exactly.
Because that's what this place is. Why have you come here if you're not willing to do all that? Like,
yeah.
Oh,
it's all about.
It annoys me.
It's the Hippocratic Oath, right? I mean, even if you aren't a doctor or whatever,
right?
That's part of it. Is you are there to give somebody medical treatment to help make their life better, no matter what you.
Why work in an environment like that if you don't have the empathy to want to help the people that are going there?
Yeah. Because one of the things that all these halfwits don't understand is somebody's going to go somewhere else to get it. Or somebody's going to get it illegally, and it's going to be unsafe, and then they're going to hurt themselves or other people by that. If you just fucking do what you're supposed to do, everybody's safe, and now we have a safe society, or we have a functioning society through those avenues.
Do your fucking job.
And like those people are probably against abortions. I'm not selling you the morning after pill. Okay, thanks for forcing me to get an abortion.
Yeah, see, and that's the other thing. Oh, thanks for not giving me a condom. Now I accidentally did get pregnant. Now I got to get an abortion.
Can I get child support from you now?
Thanks for not giving me a condom. Thanks for not giving me the morning after pill.
Yeah.
Thanks for not giving me the plan.
Yeah.
Like the the pill abortion one.
You cannot tell. I mean, morally, if you are against this, that's not my problem. But if I want to fuck a hooker, I want to wear a condom.
Right.
So I don't want to get an STD. So why are you, how do you think that's better? Do you think I should just fuck the crack whore in the alley behind the dumpster without a condom? No, I should probably have.
No, that's taking too many chances, man.
I want to go to a CVS. I want to go to a CVS and fucking say that. I want to try to buy condoms, and they say no.
I'm of the mind that if I become pregnant, then guess what? I'm seeing you in family court. You're paying my child support.
Yeah, exactly. That's your
fault. Because you instigated this.
Yeah, totally. And it was not my fault that I couldn't keep them in my pants and I had sex with the crack whore. It's your fault for not. God damn it. I cannot believe that we have not found a handful of trolls, or at least one that has clipped out half of the crap that we say and has made a video of us saying crazy, stupid shit. Because I know, like, Mango, Lizard, me, Mama, a couple other of us content creators, we have our trolls, or we have people that do not like us in the community, for sure. And I cannot believe that somebody's not made a video of us saying fucked up shit, because it's so easy to make one.
Link I sent you, that Google link I sent you, Slim, hand. He has a video titled "Pregnancy is Easier Than Having a Puppy."
Yeah, no, totally. And is that a news article? Was that a news article, or was that a? There's a video
that was him making a video saying, pregnant. You just you get a chill. You don't do anything. The baby's inside you. It was a short little 4 or 5 minute video.
Rice.
You don't do anything. So... You just look. He does a stupid thing like, look, the baby needs water. Okay, drink water. He's doing stupid shit like that. during the video.
Where did you post that, Mama?
I put it on your Cyborg Talk.
Okay, Cyborg Talk. There we go. Okay, so yeah, okay. So
I posted the comments that I've been going back and forth, and others have been going back and forth with him.
Okay.
On it.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what you had.
That's what I sent you.
Do you have the link to the video?
No, let me grab it though. Put it inside.
Okay, if you want, let's go ahead and we'll get to that. Before this, since we have
it's very apropos. I mean,
yeah,
this guy is a flat earther as well, and he's anti everything.
Yeah, I know. So really quick, before I just mentioned what we will be getting into next after this. Mark asks, what flavor condom is your favorite? So does anybody out there have a favorite flavor of condom? And Jay Troy says root beer flavored.
Vindaloo curry.
That's a good flavor to have.
Not my
So you
favorite
like it spicy,
flavor.
huh?
The weirdest one I found, roast dinner flavor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told
Holy moly.
When I was a young kid, and I mean 11, 12, I was on a field, I was playing an away game in something. I can't remember why I was at this other school, but it was like a college, and they had a condom machine in the girls' toilets, and this blew my mind as a kid. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it had roast dinner flavored condoms.
Wow.
What the fuck? It had to have been a joke. It
had to have. That's weird.
Chicken and gravy or something flavor. No.
I was gonna say, with Willy Wonka.
So if I was in Scotland, I could understand gravy flavour condom.
Haggis flavour in Scotland.
Tony says cheese and onion flavored or Marmite. God damn it.
Throw him away.
Yeah.
The link in
Marmite.
the private chat, Slim.
Yeah. I got it. So what I'm going to do is I need to grab another beer because I cannot watch this douche nozzle without a little bit more alcohols, because as soon as I saw his fucking face, I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly who this dick cheese is.
Rex has flavored condoms, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm looking up.
Yeah.
If this guy was a condom flavor, he would be smegma flavored.
Smegma.
So that's how cheesy and how smelly and stinky this dude is. So give me just 20 seconds to go grab another. I know, Skits, I love your face. I was trying to get you to react.
Showing the condoms, but not the flavors.
Yeah. So give me a second. And of course, I said my favorite flavor is your mom flavored condoms. So such a dick.
Your mom's pussy.
The other day, somebody was like, "You're a motherfucker," and I was like, "Yeah, I fucked a bunch of mothers. I mean, that's pretty much all I get to do nowadays, being a 40-year-old man. Everybody has children, so I'm just a motherfucker now."
Drex has, let's see, apple and scents as well. As apple, orange, strawberry, or banana.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And they're so you can smell it too. Interesting.
Well, it's probably mainly smell that they use for
Well, it says exciting flavors and scents. So.
Yeah, but flavor and smell is the same thing.
Mm-hmm. True.
It's close.
Like
you can't really taste without smell. That's true.
Yeah, and because that's the thing my son uses quite a bit these days. Now you got the water bottles where you just put a scented ring around the top.
Oh yeah,
and it tricks your mind in thinking
like
you're drinking a Coke or something.
So here's some too. Mint, grape, orange. This is in another thing. Banana, strawberry, bubblegum, chocolate, vanilla, bacon, and cola.
Yep,
okay.
Bacon.
Okay. How many out there have actually tried any of those flavors?
I don't know why, but mint sounds terrifying.
Doesn't it?
So
just brushed your teeth.
Mint is something that doesn't belong down there.
Yeah.
All right, working at a porn store, there was just like when you work at a bar, there are distributors that will come in and they will give the staff free products to try. So when they put them in the store, you can talk about them. I guess just like REI, they have the rock climber dude come in and he's like, this is the new like harness, and this is how to use this, and they give you a free, So
right.
we at the porn store literally were just given like all this free dildos and vibrators. And we did have a distributor for the flavored condoms that would come in, and we would literally open up condoms and like suck on them to see what their like artificial flavoring was like and what they smelled like. And dude, I hated all of them. All the flavorings are not good. Okay, the berry ones are tolerable. I'll say that. But banana, chocolate were horrible. Bubblegum, hell no.
It was, or does the chocolate ones always taste a bit powdery?
Yeah, that's they totally taste powdery.
Yeah. They also had flavored lube, so you could match the lube to the flavored condom too if you wanted to.
Okay, so that is different.
Bit of flavor.
I found the condoms for Pip. Whiskey flavored.
Oh God.
Okay, so I will admit the flavored lube is decent. Is decent. Like most of the flavors, even if it's the shitty companies or really, really good, those are okay. Especially if you're like actually like keep going down in your partner while you're doing stuff and you're going in between and there's a lot of like motion in the ocean, things rubbing. Those are okay.
Confession. Okay. I found one and it tasted so nice that I think I ate more of it from the bottle than I did from a dick.
Sure. No,
I was gonna say I can see Slim on the way home from the store, like just drinking instead of a freaking soda.
Like those spray sour sweets that you used to get.
Sure,
I was more like that with the lube.
So I will admit that the flavored lube is decent. Just the flavored condoms are fucking horrible most of the time.
Okay, has a couple of extra pairs of edible panties.
There's only so much you can do with latex, though.
Hey, the edible panties are decent, okay? They're like a fruit roll-up. They are a little bit more bitter. They're not as sweet. I don't think there's as much sugars in them, but they're decent. The only thing is make sure that you're not in, like, a bunch of heat. Like, if it's really, really hot out, don't put them on your partner and try to eat them off, because it just, like, sticks to their body in a weird way, and, like, it is not fun trying to get that off later.
Slim. The edible underwear we have here is like, the candy necklaces.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We have them made out of those.
Yeah. We had those at our store as well. So it was just like the panties were like a triangle, and then it had like 6 different lines of that candy thingy, the candy necklace stuff. And then there was one bead that went under, and then it went up, and then went around.
Yeah, it was like
the ones you don't want to eat.
No. Well, I mean, once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, folks, please clean yourself up before you have fetish sex with people. If you're just going to have regular sex, like in the morning or whatever, sure. But if you're going to have people going down and around and,
down and around.
You just rinse off. Just rinse off really quick. It'll make everybody's life a little bit better.
I just found a weed flavored lube.
Score.
I would not be surprised there was a CBD.
Yeah,
weed flavored lube, and it will relax you as you get fucked or something.
It's a combination of coconut and marijuana oils.
Yeah, we did have a company that had a hemp version of a lube, and then we had a CBD version of lube. Just like you have the numbing creams and some of the other creams and stuff like that. Yeah. For anal lubes, you have the numbing creams in there, and I guess they kind of work. But like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get inside of that because like that could take all day for me to talk about.
Okay, here's the whiskey one that Brandon was talking about. Yeah. Toasted nuts. Toasted macadamia nuts.
What flavor?
Sure. D's nuts. Okay.
D's nuts, honey. Okay. Red velvet cake.
Flavored weed.
Wow.
Flavored weed.
We have like
Wow.
everything.
This is crazy. They have everything.
All the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. Don't eat the numbing cream. Yes, please don't eat
Don't
the
eat-
numbing
yes.
creams.
Don't do that.
I have on accident done that. So I have lemon cream on my partner and then went down on them. Well, obviously it was in the other area. But then I went up and my whole mouth started going numb in my tongue. I'm like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
It's like Orajel. Getting Orajel gets on your tongue no matter what you do.
Yeah, exactly. And just all of a sudden you're like, I can't talk right.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that is not.
And then they're,
let me tell you,
then they're
that will
calling an
ruin a
ambulance
sex
because they
session.
think you're having a stroke.
Well, that too. You know, especially if you're in a scene and you're like, yeah, baby, let me give it to you.
Oh gosh. Yeah, the romance gets kind of.
Ass. Yeah, exactly. And it ruins the
The
scene
mood gets
really
killed.
fast. yeah, the mood. And if you're filming, you know, you have to like say cut to the film crew, and you know everybody has to go get food at the what's it called, and you know, and come back 20 minutes later, and it just ruins it for everybody. If you know. What? Oh, never mind. You haven't experienced that? Oh, sorry.
No, never have. Never
I
considered.
know too many porn film sets. Anyways,
It's Slim's Tuesday night.
That's
yeah,
right.
well, Thursday. It's Thursdays.
sorry.
Thursdays. Tuesday is a completely different night. We'll talk about that later.
Cross those
Bingo. Yeah, exactly.
It's Tuesday's taco night.
Yeah, exactly. That's when you do go down there. And I got it mixed up. I thought it was Tuesday was Thursday. And so I went down when I wasn't supposed to. And then, yeah, never mind. Okay, well, let's get to this video.
Actually, unfortunately, guys, I gotta head back to work.
All right, Skits.
Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
If you guys are still streaming and there's nothing going down, maybe I'll hop back on a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see.
Have fun.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for inviting me, Slim. It's good to see everybody.
Definitely, brother.
Bye, Skits.
Anytime. You know that you're always welcome on our panel.
Appreciate it.
And yes, of course, Sydney. Yes,
Of course,
we all
now
want
she wants
tacos
tacos,
now.
yeah.
We all want- I've been thinking
Oh,
of
yeah, I
talking
want my
about
girl's
putting my
taco.
tongue inside of tacos, and now I do want some of that taco meat in my mouth. Yes, I mean what? Oh, never mind.
Huh? What?
If you don't know who this gentleman is, Cheese and Rice. We are going to have.
I wish we had the one where he's fighting the what's her face, the MMA person that's fighting.
Oh.
Remember?
Okay, if anybody knows in the side chat what we're speaking about him fighting the wrestling the female,
She's a female
because-
MMA fighter. Yeah.
yeah, he said to her directly in a thingy like this in a video, hey, I could beat up any woman in the ring. I could totally out wrestle any woman in the ring.
Yes.
There's a video of him getting his ass handed to him in the ring by this fucking
Tara LaRosa. Yes.
yeah, fucking this huge chick. I mean, she is fucking beautiful looking,
Yeah.
and she just fucking knocks him the fuck out,
She made him
bent
tap
him
out
over, and-
twice, I believe.
yeah, like
During that whole
pretty
thing.
fucking fast.
Mhm.
MC2.net has it on there. Okay, give us a second and we'll try to get there. If anybody can give us a direct link to that or find that, that'd be wonderful. Because after we watch this, we definitely need to see
Here
him
it
get
is.
his.
Yeah, it's under
So-
his real name, by the way. It's
Okay,
under his
so-
real name, yeah.
After we see him be a punk and be a dick cheese and say what he says right now, we have to watch him get his ass kicked by a woman, because what he's going to say right now is so stupid that we're all going to like die a little bit inside, unfortunately. So here we go.
All right, like pregnancy. I feel like people are
There's the link,
pro-choice, pro-killing babies,
What?
right? They're pro.
Sorry, private chat is the link to that video.
Awesome. So as soon as we get to this,
Yep.
really quick before we get further, Mama, just to give a little bit more background, is he a flat earther or what?
He's a flat earther. He
Yeah,
turned
okay.
into a COVIDiot, and he's
okay.
basically anti everything.
Yeah, so he is just conspiratard or conspirator or
He's conspiranoia. He's got the conspiranoia.
Yeah, exactly. He does. He probably believes in everything that they talked about in that song, and especially spraying cat piss in his face. I'm sure he has tried that because
I did a video 2 years ago covering him where he was in a a retail store, like a thrift store, and he was not wearing a mask. And he was looking at, I guess, an African American sales lady. He was complaining because he's white, wearing a white shirt. She was being racist toward him because she only singled him out in the store, nobody else. Everybody else had masks on.
Yeah, and I'm sure he went in there being a fucking complete douche nozzle, and that's a whole nother thing that people don't realize when they're doing these things is like the way that you act in public and around people and different types of authority is partially, I'm not gonna say 100% because I'm white in America, but my face is tattooed and so is most of my body. If you talk to people nicely and find out how things are or what they're asking of you, you're gonna have a good day. But if you're gonna go against their rules or be abrasive to people like police, they're not gonna want to help you. One of the major things that I always bring up as an example is if you hurt yourself kind of purposefully, if you put a firecracker in your ass and it blows up and you go to the ER, they do not want to help you. They're not going to be nice about helping you, right? If you accidentally blew your hand off another way, right? You're working in the field. They are going to be so willing to work with you. Right. And that's why, like, if I hurt myself, I haven't been to the ER in a long time for doing Sideshow. But every time I go in knowing that I fucked myself up, I go, thank you so much. I'm so sorry that you have to fucking deal with my punk ass. Even when I was in the dentist, before they looked in my mouth, I said, I'm so sorry you're going to have to look inside my mouth because it looks like fucking shite. And they go, no, we've definitely seen worse. And I go, no, I totally understand that. But thank you for doing this and helping me. Even though I fucked my face up, like I did it to myself.
Mark,
like the reason why my tooth was taken out is because while I was beginning to learn Sideshow, I thought a great thing to teach myself as a bar trick was opening up beer bottles in my teeth.
Oh gosh.
And I didn't do the pressure in the right way. And I went like this and it fucking popped out 3/4 of one of my back teeth 10 years ago. So when I went in there to have it taken out because I had an abscess, I said, I'm so sorry. Thank you for doing this. There's a difference between people like him and the auditors and stuff like that. Then people like us, where we can admit that we're wrong. We dislike that we have to have people go out of their way to help us. You know what I'm saying? Every time I go to the doctor, I'm like, I'm sorry you're going to see weird fucked up shit on me. Like, I just need you to help me, though. That's why I'm here. Like, make sure my blood pressure's right and give me all the tests. And last time I went in, which is really funny, I asked the guy 3 times to put his finger up my butt. And he's like, no, you're not old enough yet. He's like, you don't have enough. He's like, I don't need to do that yet. And I'm like, just put your finger up my butt. But if you don't want to, okay, I totally understand. But I wanted all the tests. I'm like, please, I'm pretty sure I'm fucked. But every time I go, same with the dentist, they say, oh, no, you're fine. Your teeth are a little fucked. And like what I found out, I think I talked about this on the other stream before we get to this gentleman. There's a couple of like black spots on my fang teeth. And that's because of when I had braces as a teen and they made a tiny bit of holes and I had them covered up. I thought it was porcelain, but it was something else. So they're discolored only because all the weed that I smoke has made them brown.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All I have to do is just go in, get my teeth cleaned a couple times, and then he's going to be able to go back in and he's going to be able to recolor my front teeth and I'll have normal teeth again. So I thought that I had way worse teeth, and same with my body. Every time I go into the hospital, I'm like, hey, tell me I'm dying, right? I'm going to be dead soon. And they're like, no, you're fine.
We all think the worst, Lim. We all think the worst when we come get out.
But some of us are grateful for the people that are in the industries that are helping us, unlike this douche nozzle that never will be grateful for doing anything for him because he thinks he's privileged and that everything should be given to him for no reason. So let's keep blowing. I mean, go.
Killing the baby. They want to make you think that the pregnancy where you have the baby inside your stomach is the hardest part of raising the kid. When in fact, it is the easiest fucking part of raising a kid.
Except for, for like what, 10% of people who have babies?
Well, that's not what women think. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, I can't wait till it's out. That's,
no.
we're not saying it's harder than raising a kid.
No, and
pregnancy is hard, but yes, by all means, being pregnant is likely one of the easier parts of the rest of the 18 years, because having the baby contained inside your stomach, silent, and all that shit, not easier than the rest of the times, but that doesn't mean it's any easier. Being pregnant is much more deadly than any other time of the kid's 18 years, because that's when you're most likely to die from the baby.
I have a nice long comment to him about complications from pregnancy and everything, and of course he probably didn't read it, so
of course, because you don't understand the concept.
Reaction video, maybe.
My ex told me being pregnant was the easiest part of it. Having the baby was the hard part, and then raising and dealing with paying. And she's like, I'll be pregnant fucking for the rest of my life if I didn't have to go through the rest of the crap. She's like, I love being pregnant, but it was the other parts that made it hard.
I had the easiest pregnancy, I swear. I did not have any morning sickness. I had barely any cravings. I didn't have half the normal problems with pregnancy. I didn't get swollen feet, none of that. I got a bit of back pain towards the end, but I was also detoxing off my prescription painkillers because I didn't want Spawn to be born addicted to opioids. So I decided to stop taking my opioids. So I slowly withdrew off them because I couldn't stop cold turkey because that would kill the kid.
Right.
So I was experiencing a bit of pain towards the latter half of the pregnancy. But that wasn't the pregnancy itself. That was the normal pain that I would have without the meds. Like and I didn't put on weight either. So I had the easiest pregnancy. I have seen other women. My friend had to be put on a drip because she was so sick she could not keep anything down.
Oh, okay.
They were thinking that, like, at this rate, she's going to be so sick, she's not going to cope, and then she'll likely lose the baby because she's not getting all the stuff in her body or something. I don't know. It's not easy. I've seen people get like gestational diabetes, heart problems, things where they have the hindwaters break before the baby's ready.
Right.
Which means like that's bad because like as well it means like you get a dry birth or something, which is very unpleasant feeling. It's much more painful. Oh, there's so many complications. If you have the best pregnancy, I had the worst labor. I was in labor for 3 days.
Oof.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that, you athletes.
I do not want more kids because of that shit.
Yeah, my sister had high blood pressure to the point where they had to put her on a not an epidural, but it was like a spinal block because she could have gone into convulsions, had a stroke.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and my nephew was born 6 weeks early. He came out just fine. He could breathe on his own. He's only in the hospital for 2 weeks, and he's been fine ever since.
There's a gazillion things that can happen during pregnancy and or birth to make a complication. A handful of years ago, probably longer than I want to remember, I was dating a girl who was pregnant, and the fetus died, and she had to go in and have it taken out, and that was a horrible experience, to have to help her through. And he once again, there is a privileged white male who has a huge. Is that a mirror? Oh, it is a mirror. I was going to say a huge
that's a mirror.
TV behind him, but it is actually.
I thought it was the first two, but it's a mirror.
anyways, a very, very privileged white boy. I don't think he's very old, and I'm going to call him a boy. It thinks that he knows how to talk about women going through this process. And I do believe does he have 2 kids?
I don't know. I hope to God he has no kids.
Okay, so if I've come...
Not sure about him, but...
I think... I think he may have 2 kids, but of course it was his wife who had them and has gone through most of taking care of, because I'm sure this douche nozzle does not help take care of them if he is in their life, which he probably isn't. He probably does not live with them, but whatever. He may not. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're probably out of the picture. Yeah. Anyways, let's
Slim, the reason why you shouldn't call him a man is like, if you talk about women like that, you're no fucking man.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even know where the clitoris is. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, now let's picture a newborn baby, right? How difficult is it to take care of a newborn baby? You go every hour. You have to feed it, breastfeed. You got to make it bottles. You got to change its diapers, like almost every hour.
No.
When you're pregnant,
No.
man, I go worry about it.
No.
You feed it every 4?
Seriously, dude. He has no clue. Every hour.
4 hours? Like,
Usually
when the
3 or
baby's
4.
hungry.
Yeah. My kids are fed on demand.
Like,
Yeah.
they're also
Okay.
quite... It's very regularly, but you feed
Yeah.
them when they need to be fed, you change them when they need to be changed.
Correct.
You bath them,
They have their naps.
and at that point, they're very...
Demanding.
50-50. Like, they want to be held, they want to be cuddled, they want to be fed,
Yeah.
they want a clean butt. But like, in the grand scheme of things, they're not gonna. It's not as demanding as when they're, say, 2, 3, 4 going
Or
through
just
the
turned
why,
7.
When they're
why,
toddlers?
why,
When they're
mine,
toddlers?
mine, mine.
Oh, that's the
What's
hardest.
this? What's that?
Like,
Mummy,
The
mummy,
newborn phase.
mummy. Sorry.
The newborn phase is definitely something that he doesn't seem to understand because, like, your baby's going to let you know when they need something. That is why they
Yes,
cry. That is why
exactly.
they poo.
You
That
learn
is
their
why
cries.
they make noises.
Mhm.
It's
It's
not
it's not every hour.
every hour we're going to go water the baby. It's not how it
Yeah.
works.
This is why I don't. This is why I think he
Not
doesn't
like a
have
fucking
kids
plant.
because he has no concept of newborn babies.
well, I just think he never took care of the kids. I think his significant other is the one who took care of them. That's why he's pretending to know.
Right. Even if they did, he was there at nighttime. He was there after work.
Yeah.
So
If
he,
didn't walk out on him.
yeah. So he's just being stupid right now. I think.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's his point.
If the baby needed that kind of care every hour, humankind would not have evolved as
You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
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 And
as
made,
it is. Like, we're one of the few mammals that give birth to such underdeveloped children. Like,
Mhm.
even koalas, not koalas, sorry, even kangaroos. Right.
Yeah.
We've seen how small they give birth. The baby's so small, the parent doesn't really know they've even given birth.
Right.
Yeah.
And it moves up the body to the pouch to
Yeah.
suckle. Our babies can't move.
No.
Most babies are born able to move. Ours are one of the few that don't. We actually give birth to like rather undeveloped. They're perfect
Yeah.
for what we're meant to be, but in comparison to other ones, the survival, they're dependent on the mother.
Totally.
I've
So
explained
dependent
that to
because they
him.
can't move.
Mhm.
Did
And
you
if
hear?
we had to care for them every hour like that, we would be fucked because we would be sitting ducks for
Yes.
predators.
You won't be able to move very far
No.
before you have to stop and deal with the child.
So, like, yeah, we don't need to look after them that much because, well, evolution is rather grand in its plans of
Mhm.
making sure things work just so.
Yep.
Well,
At
there-
least
there's no
semi.
plan.
Yeah.
Because otherwise
Um,
they're gonna rip into that. But yeah.
Okay, let's keep going on this because I really want to see him get his ass kicked in the next video that we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
watch.
yeah.
It's freaking hilarious. So let's keep going.
Man, that fucking fucking shit, dude. Fucking just take care of it.
Yeah, fucking shit, dude.
Right? Oh, how do I feed the baby? Oh, baby's thirsty.
Oh god, fucking twat.
Mama Stew. Woo! What do you want tonight? Sushi for the cat for the kid. I mean, the kid wants sushi.
You can't
Oh my
have
God,
sushi
it's so
when
fucking
you're
horrible.
pregnant.
Yeah,
Says
well,
something.
he's trying to make
Talking
an
about when you're a
analogy.
bit older, I think.
He's trying to make an analogy that's not working very well. He's
No,
trying
it's
to-
not.
But that
Seriously,
how
once
he
a-
doesn't. That's something that everyone knows you can't have when you're pregnant.
Well,
because
he's
of the
saying
risk of
after the kid's
parasites.
born. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's saying after the kid's born, but you still cannot give sushi to a newborn or a young child yet, right?
Oh,
There's a
I
handful
thought
of things
he
you're
was
not supposed to.
meaning because he said,
No.
"Oh, baby's thirsty, mum's thirsty, drink together." I thought he meant when you're pregnant still.
That's
No,
what I
'cause
thought
the
too.
kid,
that-
the kid,
Yeah.
Okay. I went back, but I thought the kid was already born. But let's
Okay.
see.
The
Either
kid.
way,
I mean,
it's
the
a
kid
fun-
wants.
Yeah, no, of course. His premises
Back a
are
bit more, I
completely
think.
idiotic. Do you think a bit more? Okay, we'll go to here.
Woo! What do you want tonight? Sushi for the cat for
Okay, we'll go here.
Mama Stew. Woo! Feed the baby. Oh, baby's
feed-
thirsty.
So to feed the baby.
Yeah.
Mama Stew. Woo! What do you want tonight? Sushi for the cat for the kid. I mean, the kid wants sushi. Oh my God, it's so fucking horrible. I have to do absolutely nothing fucking different.
Yeah, he's talking
Your life
about when you're
is
pregnant.
exactly the fucking same. If you're living a
That
That
decent
was
it's
life
not
an
the
allusion
same.
as a
to
woman, right?
pregnancy
Like you don't smoke, you don't drink, you
cravings.
do a batch.
Okay,
Oh my
either way, this is just like idiocracy.
No,
He's saying,
he's saying like if you've got a kid, like they're gonna complain about what they want to eat. Well, and he says like, oh yeah, but if you're pregnant, your life hasn't changed yet. No, not.
Well, yeah,
most
he's
women-
saying,
most women
"Oh,
get
you're
short
not doing
movement.
anything. The baby needs to eat. So do you. When you eat, the baby's eating. You need to drink. You're drinking. The baby's drinking. Like you're not actually doing anything extra,
Different.
but
Right.
actually you are, which is why you need to
are.
consume 500 calories more. I believe it is.
Mhm.
You don't
Sure,
need to
yeah,
eat
yeah,
for
yeah.
2 because that would mean you're eating 5,000 calories. No,
For
you
2
need
adults,
only
yeah.
500-ish, I think, extra calories when you're pregnant to compensate
Something.
for all the stuff you're burning. You
Yeah.
don't actually
Yeah,
need to
totally,
eat
yeah.
a lot more.
Because the baby's
Yeah.
taking what it needs out of you.
Yeah, like
You've got
you
to
really don't
replenish
need
that.
to eat lots more. Like the
Yeah.
whole,
But-
oh, I'm
Yeah.
eating for 2 is just not true.
That's just a, what do you call it?
Well,
Good
technically
wives'
you are
tale or
eating for
something.
2,
Yeah.
but one is very small, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
But
if
like he says, like your life hasn't changed. Of course, your life has changed. As you said, like there's a lot of women have morning sickness.
Yeah.
Like if you hold on to fluids, like you're getting trouble walking and
Well,
get
not just that.
back.
It's
Like,
because you're like so
organs
much.
have shifted as
Yeah,
the baby
yeah.
grows. Your
I mean,
organs
They get
shift.
pushed up.
yeah,
It's
and it makes
the
it harder to
equivalent,
breathe.
apparently, to wearing a corset. Not the scary one that they show for the Victorian era, which is fake news as well, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
But it's akin to wearing a tight corset, the way it
Right.
moves stuff into different places slightly. We're built to be able to accommodate for that in the ideal. Things aren't always ideal though. But yeah, like a lot changes. The pressure on all your organs change. If nothing changed, then the belly wouldn't grow.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Um,
my
Stretch marks. Some people get diabetes from
Yeah.
I have
getting
a friend who got
pregnant.
gestational diabetes, and it did not
Yeah.
go away after she had the child. She still has it.
Yeah, and so
You
It never went away.
he's
get
talking about because he doesn't
heart
know
thing.
experience.
There's a heart condition specific to pregnancy as well. Like
Yeah. Your anus will usually fall out, or well, sorry, not usually, but there is chances of where you
get hemorrhoids.
Yeah, afterward. So your
Mhm.
body goes through a bunch of changes that will stay with you and that change you. Stretch marks. I mean, who hasn't had a kid and doesn't have at least a little?
I
bit
only
of
got
that?
like 2 stretch marks with my kids,
Okay,
but I
good.
got them all when I was a teenager and I was growing.
Okay.
I got them massively on my
didn't
hips
get
because
stretch
of the
marks.
Sweet,
how
awesome.
fast I
This
grew.
is why I say
Yeah.
I had such
Yeah.
an easy pregnancy. I didn't
Yeah.
get any of that shit. I paid for it in the birth though, so I got my dues.
Yeah, definitely.
My
So let's
first was no picnic. Yeah.
Let's keep going with this douche whistle.
Mm-hmm.
That shit. When you get pregnant, you literally have to do nothing different.
False.
Wrong.
You can wake up at the same time.
Nope.
You can go to bed at the same time.
Nope.
You can leave the house for a week without a babysitter. Your life damn near does not change, right?
Everything
Your belly
changes.
grows and you eat
Changes.
more. Your tits get
Everything
bigger.
changes, yeah.
How it's so fucking hilarious that this fucking white
pee
male
more.
is
Like,
telling
I
us this
know.
bullshit.
I
It's
could
so-
not eat the same food as I
Of course
used to
not.
anymore.
Yeah.
There were so
Yeah.
many foods that I used to love to eat that I couldn't. Not just
Mhm.
because they did make me feel queasy, but because like you aren't allowed them. They
Yeah.
are in the no-no
Sure.
section.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
I
another.
had to have someone with me constantly for the risk of falling. I was a high-risk pregnancy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What about the people that
Yeah.
are high-risk pregnancies that get told bed rest? I was lucky. I didn't get told bed rest, but I got
Okay.
told take it easy.
I got
Um,
morning sickness a half hour after I woke up every day.
Oh shit!
It was like clockwork. So he's like, "Oh, you can leave the house anytime." No, not when you're like having to go throw up.
and
Half
have-
hour after
you
you
have-
wake up.
Everything you have to make
Mhm.
sure where you're going. There are enough
Mhm.
toilets in between each
Yep.
like
Sure, yeah,
distance.
definitely.
Make sure you're always close enough to a toilet. So you
Mhm.
can't
Yeah.
hold your wee at that size, and it's
yeah.
if you're able to, it's not healthy.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, and like
Oh, yeah.
as you said, like my ex, she loves carpaccio. Like that's something you can't eat. Like
I couldn't eat ketchup. My body would not let me eat ketchup when I was pregnant
See,
with
and-
my daughter, with my son.
And then one of the other things before we keep going with this douche
Dickhead.
is your body also wants other things. So like
Yes.
from what I've come to understand, you'll get cravings for certain things because your body wants like more iron or wants this or
Yeah.
that, right? And so
Mhm.
then again, you're not eating normal. You're eating now to make sure that you're putting enough of these things in your body
Oh,
to make
you also
it
need
grow.
to take prenatal vitamins.
Vitamins.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
And
like,
vitamins.
You need to take the vitamins because that's like literally part of prenatal care.
Especially
You
folic
need
acid.
to take
Mhm.
folic acid.
So, yeah, speaking of that devil, people will lose their bone mass or their teeth
Mhm.
during pregnancy. I don't know if that's 100% because they didn't take in enough or just the body just decided that it was going to
The
take it out.
body saps
It's
you
just-
of that many nutrients,
Yes.
and
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
to the point where over here the NHS offer you free dental care while you're pregnant.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
Because
okay.
of the effect pregnancy has on the body. Now, you normally over here have to pay for dental care, even with the NHS,
Mm.
unless you fit into certain categories like you're ex-military, you're on low enough income, you're on benefits,
Right.
these sorts of things, right? Otherwise, you pay a lower fee.
Okay. I
Yeah.
get you.
Now, the fact that they offer you while you're pregnant dental care for free shows that it is necessary.
Yeah.
Which shows how extensive it can affect you during pregnancy, because the NHS wouldn't pay for shit that they didn't need to.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
very
of course.
tight-fisted that way. It's why the NHS don't fund things like circumcision or shit like that.
Right.
Like, oh my, this
Yeah.
guy,
Okay.
dumb. Sorry, it's
I know, I
annoying
know.
me.
I know. But before we get to how tight-fisted we need it to be entered. I mean, sorry, the government. Anyways, Mama, Super Ghost has a question for you.
Yeah. Super Ghost. I'm an AI, but I'm a special type of AI.
There we go. Nice.
I'm very advanced.
It's the next generation of AI.
Pregnant with my son, you had to get a prescription for prenatal vitamins. They did not give them over the counter at that time.
That's so silly.
Yeah, this was what 28 years ago
Yeah.
when I had him.
Okay.
We can get them
So-
over the counter now,
Yeah.
but the
You can
NHS
now.
will
Yeah.
prescribe you them, so you get them for free.
Yeah.
Because we can get, when you're pregnant, you get free prescriptions as well, I think. So like,
When
you
I
get
had
your
my daughter, I
antenatal
could get them for free. So it was in that time between the 5 years between my son and my
that's good.
daughter. They started becoming free. So over the counter, not free, but over the counter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
All
it was just a process.
All right. Here we blow.
Here we
Right?
go.
But besides that, really the fundamental aspects of your life, showering, it's all the same, right? You don't have
No.
It's
gotta get
easier.
You can't touch your toes, or you can't reach places.
You can't
with
hardly
your-
get in the
dangerous. You're
friggin' tub.
fine.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and like
fucking
if you
God.
have to shower in the tub, like at some point, some ladies can't get in the tub anymore to do
There comes
that.
a point where
need
you're right, you
somebody there
can't
to
bend
help you.
over. So you're like screw shaving my legs, basically, you
He
know?
doesn't have any concept of what
He has
happens.
no concept.
God damn
He
it!
has
to
never
be
seen
pregnant
pregnant
than to
woman.
have a dog.
No.
It is. Think about it. You gotta walk a dog. When you're pregnant, you don't need to walk the kid. You just go take a shit. You're shitting for both of you.
Oh my
It's a beautiful
God.
design, really.
See-
But they want to
see-
make you think it's horrible.
Not a beautiful design,
Now
it's a
here's
pure
how
science.
despicable this guy is. After I covered him 2 years ago, he made a video about the most effective way, the most effective mask, so you 100% will not spread COVID. A garbage bag around tightly wound around your neck, around your head, around your neck.
Yeah.
That's
I
right,
reported
yeah.
that video so many goddamn times, and YouTube did nothing to that video.
Is it still up?
It probably is. I know in the comments he mentioned about, oh yeah, there's no holes in it. You just put tight. He says put tight around your neck in the video.
No, I know. I remember because
His,
I think.
his hand,
think-
and demonstrates on his hand.
Yeah, this guy is completely.
He is. That's how toxic he is.
Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going.
Oh my God, it's so fucking horrible. Oh, what's so horrible about it? I'm pregnant. Yeah. Well, what about it is so horrible? Well, the first 3 months, nothing really changed. Yeah, I know. You didn't even look fucking pregnant, right? So
You didn't look. Yeah, but your body was still going through changes. Your body obviously knew, and you're already starting to feel those effects. But no, he didn't see it, so it must not be there.
Nope.
the worst thing about it, right? The belly. For the first third of it, you don't even fucking know. So really, when you want to think about it, really think about pregnancy. The hardest fucking part of pregnancy is shitting it out at the end. That's it, and they want to make you think it's 9 months of shitting a kid out. No, that takes fucking.
Okay, I had significant others who went through kids kicking them constantly and moving and rotating. They were going through the baby pains of it growing inside of them as well. This motherfucker wants to think that your skin stretching a foot out is not going to cause you pain. Are you fucking dumb, motherfucker? Everything that's inside of you gets moved around, gets pushed out, gets pushed this way, that way. That doesn't hurt. You're fucking dumb,
feels
motherfucker.
wonderful having a
yeah.
giant hacky sack with your bladder.
Yeah,
I
of
loved
course,
it
yeah.
when
You know what I love is getting my anus.
tumors.
I love getting my anus kicked from inside. I love getting my anus kicked from inside. That
Did
feels.
you ever get hiccups? Did Spawn ever get hiccups inside you?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
It felt weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Very
I
weird.
But no, so you know my condition. I've got all the tumors and shit everywhere. She just so happened to be able to kick some of them. Little tumors of nervy pain, and I would just be walking along, and all of a sudden she'd kick one, and my knees would drop.
I bet.
Wow.
I bet.
I can understand.
I'd be walking along, and all of a sudden, bam, on the floor.
Yep. Can you imagine if you took a gerbil? Never mind. Not a living object. Something that moved.
A robotic gerbil.
Yeah, there we go. And it kicks and moved, right? And you put it up his butt. You know how long it would take him to fucking tell you to get it out?
Not very long at all.
As soon as you put it up there and it started kicking, he's like, I can't take it. Oh, take it out. Oh, it
Both
hurts so
my
bad."
kids
I'm gonna say.
position themselves to the left, down and to the left on my belly, to where when I was very pregnant, I could not walk 5 feet without extreme ligament pain.
Sure, of course.
You only have two ligaments. You only have two ligaments holding up your uterus, and so picture it. I'm carrying all out in front.
Okay. Hold on. Are we gonna show the full? Are we gonna do
When
full?
the babies were going. Sorry, excuse the ratty top.
No worries.
Okay.
So, we know when the baby all of a sudden there's your belly, and all of a sudden you see the handprints.
Yes.
Slowly
exactly.
push its way through your skin. And then you feel them turning around and moving, and you see an elbow suddenly rise up. And handprints and butts wiggling everywhere, and you're like, yeah, this is so comfortable.
Uh-huh.
Especially what at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really early in the morning.
Good hours.
Yeah, exactly. Babies don't give a flying fuck
When you would lay down to go to sleep, they would start kicking.
Yeah, of course.
That's when they would move.
Yeah. So this, again, I'm just gonna keep calling him a douche nozzle, and I'm sure he's a deuce whistle and a cunt cheese and all the other bad words that I can think of that are horrible. Smegma mold. I mean, everything.
Great pussy is more useful than this man.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
and what Mark says, I completely agree.
Exactly, Harry.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
When you feel sick and you have a disability that isn't visible, you can't say you're doing fine just because. I don't know what it's like being pregnant, but I'm not going to diss somebody for complaining. Exactly. Like, again, if you don't know what it's like to go through that, like, if you've never been in a car crash or you've never broken a bone, you can't call somebody a bitch for having to wear a fucking thing on their...
Even if you have, because everybody has a different
version of it for sure. Yeah. When I went into the dentist the other day, I told them, like, I pierced my body with huge objects, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be gentle with me. I said, my body piercers and my tattoo artist, I just sit here like a rock and you push me around and tell me what you need to do. I know it's his job, but half the time he's like, okay, this is going to hurt a little bit, or we're going to do this and this. And I'm like, dude, just do it. You don't have to fucking tell me. I'm just sitting here. And after he's like, oh, you fucking were right. You're like a rock. You literally just sat there and let me do whatever I wanted and just took whatever I needed to do and, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I told you. And then afterward, I showed him a video of me getting my magnet implant in the side of my hand.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's like, oh, motherfucker, if I would have known that, I would have just been fucking throwing you around the whole time. But it's just like experience. He's used to people who are very, very, pinky up, right?
But then he has to tell you, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So
no, totally. No. I totally, like I said, I got why he was doing all that.
Right.
But I told him, bro, just fucking do whatever you need to do to me. Just fucking manhandle me until it's done. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't treat me like I can't take this because I don't give a crap and I want it done. Just get in my mouth, get it out of there, do whatever you need. The only thing that sucked is it took him forever to suture close the hole in my mouth. And he was in there suturing for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, bro, if you don't get out of my mouth, I'm about ready to fucking start saying something.
Keep your mouth open for so long,
Yeah. And he had already been in there for 30 minutes and it took him 20 more minutes. So almost an hour he was in my fucking mouth. And I'm like, bro, I usually don't let anybody in my mouth that long. So okay, let's keep going.
How much longer?
The most a day, right? At the most a day, okay? And other than that, your life is you're doing everything the same. Just
okay. We really don't need to hear any more of this douche.
No,
I want to get to him getting
where he was going.
I want to get to him fucking getting his solid salad tossed. I mean, him getting his ass kicked. It literally is.
I did point out to him in his comments. I go, women can stand pain better than men. Women can have a better threshold of pain than men do.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Even like if it's like having a simple flu or something like that.
The man flu.
Yeah. Well, it's the same flu. We just respond differently.
True.
And we're the little bitches.
This is the long version, so you probably have to maneuver it to. It's right there. See it? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. We're going to start it right. Her. And yes. Okay. Everybody be ready to laugh.
His name is Chris Zelinsky. It says it right in the title. So she'll call him Chris in here.
So everybody, just like Blue Marble Science says, make sure that your monitors are out of punching range and that you don't have anything breakable around you. Because although this is funny, but I just had to add that in. So here we go.
This thing did some funky things.
She's wait.
Funny. It's funny watching it in fast speed.
Yeah. And yep, there we go.
See, there she goes.
Oh, yep. I thought I remember her like getting him right away, but it doesn't matter.
On her.
Oh no, she yeah. She knows what she's doing.
Here we go.
Uh-huh.
But listen, he's already out of breath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
she's not even.
He was talking shit to her about, besides just saying on his live stream that he could take out any woman like right away, in which he's proven he technically can't. He also talked shit to her before they did all of this, so she's just ready to fucking kick his ass.
Yeah, but I think
she's just waiting.
Much more controlled.
Of course, yeah.
See?
I know. I got nothing on.
Yeah, I know you got nothing. Just you're a fucking bitch. Yeah. And now you're screwed.
It's so winded.
I know. Now you're done, homie. You're fucked now, homie. He doesn't know what to do.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's very... And then doesn't he tap in a second?
I think.
Yeah, so
I know he tapped out twice. I can't remember how far into it.
Yeah. And it's been 2 years ago that we watched these. Yeah.
I know the debate Troy did for FTFE. He put this fight in the front of it a few weeks after, about last month, just in front of it before he said his debate with Art with right the hand.
Okay.
Like he just have to.
He tapped. He
tapped right there.
And then he's like, of course, I want to go again, of course.
Now he's being more serious.
Nah, J. Troy, you do you. I love watching the fast speed.
We do not kink shame here.
Yes, we don't kink shame. You do you, hun.
Exactly.
Actually try to like knock her out with his whole body on the floor.
He's trying really hard to like kind of do underhanded moves.
Yeah.
Like hitting her in the, he's trying to do illegal moves, but not exactly, right? He's trying to push her in weird positions, in weird places. He wants to pull her hair. Like he's trying to do illegal stuff, but he's like, oh fuck, I can't. I'm on camera.
Yep.
I don't know how many of you ever wrestled out there or done MMA.
In the first one.
Yeah. I don't know how many people have done MMA or any kind of wrestling like this, but I have done different types of martial arts, mostly MMA, and I was really good at kicking. People hated me because I would pretend to punch and I would just hit them in the fucking thigh.
Harry Wart put up the I think the link to that stream you're talking about, Slim.
Oh no.
Okay.
And he put a comment saying, here's what he said: 99% of women are too weak and lack the reflexes to do enough damage to stop 99% of men. Even if they knew BJJ, which I'm sure this maybe just don't have the size or strength to use the holds. Well, she's proving him wrong right now.
No, look at this. Look
I
at what she's
could
doing.
judo, and I could throw my teacher around.
It's all about leverage.
He was short. Like I was what 5'2", 3" at the time. And he was about the same height as me, but 3 times my weight. And I could throw him around very easily. Because judo's all about finding the leverage.
The leverage,
I have
their
been
momentum and stuff, right?
I have been thrown around by a handful of my bigger significant others, and or I have seen, growing up in San Diego where I grew up, a bunch of girls that some dude was being a punk, and they just knocked them the fuck out. We're like, bink, bink, and then they pass, we're down.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm not gonna. Why would you mess with her? You're a dumbass. She's fucking 6'2" and 300 pounds. Why the fuck did you talk shit to her, you dumbass? Why did you call her a dyke? You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like, exactly. You deserve what you got.
Yeah, you deserve to get knocked out, you fucking dumbass. I know what was going through his mind, Mark. He was probably getting more turned on because that's the closest he'll ever be to a woman.
But like, by the way he talks,
we got on top of him like that.
He was just like
cowbell position. He was like, "Oh, what do I do?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, he's never been that intimate with a woman before. So.
Yeah, but I
love
think the way he talks about women, he doesn't like he can't be doesn't like women.
No, he doesn't. And exactly, Jay Troy, I've seen and most things that I've seen a man do, I've seen a woman pretty much do at partying, like picking up things, throwing things, picking up the back of a car, all these weird, crazy crap that we've seen people do. Everything that I can do as a sideshow artist, all of my female counterparts can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love Harry.
Yeah, that's good. Good. That's good. When was the last time you touched a woman? Never, because he's probably an incel. Never mind. So let's keep going. We're gonna watch her kick his ass. And once again, nowadays you have to be so misogynistic. Is that the right word? To think that a woman can't do certain things. Body types have changed, and the way that some people can begin training in certain ways will get their bodies to be able to keep up with, you know what I'm saying? Like that does not matter. Gender does not really matter, especially with strategy. Most of this stuff is really strategy. It is not muscle strength. It is how you figure out a way to use leverage to get the person to be in a position to take control. And that's what most karate is about. It is not about killing your enemy. It is about taking over using the energy, or jiu-jitsu is, right?
Isn't it kind of like chess? You're thinking a move or two ahead.
And that as well. But like jiu-jitsu is where you use the energy of your opponent against themselves. So you wait for them to try to do something, and then you trip them over or whatever. And that's the way that I used to pretty much kick the ass of any drunk dude downtown that would try to start shit with me at 3:00 in the morning. Because when you look like this, crazy, weird, fucked up dudes decide they want to start a fight with you. And what I would do is wait for them to take the first punch, swing first, and I would just put my foot out or just get them to trip over me, and they would fall to the ground. And then you let them roll over, and then you put your foot on their chest or their neck, and you say, "Do you want to stop, or do you want me to make this really fucking hurt?" And they go, "No, I'm good." And then you just walk away.
Yeah.
So again, I did not have to throw a punch. I just had to use their energy against them to get them on the ground, to get them to submit to me. And I love getting people to submit to me. Okay, let's keep going. That was right there. I had to.
You had to. I got it.
Oh yeah, that's the closest he's ever gotten to pussy.
Fuck.
He smelled her.
His head is not in the fight. Let's put it that way.
That's exactly, dude. He smelled that. He's never been that close, and he's never smelled that before. And he just was like, "Oh my god, I'm fucking done." But once again, this motherfucker tapped.
All right, man. How do you feel?
Winded like a motherfucker.
Was it what you expected?
Yeah, honestly, it was. I was able to dominate until my condition gave out. That's what I felt like. Not down.
He just made it. What
not
condition?
Dominate.
What are you talking about? What?
I guess his conditioning or his condition. His
I
highly doubt he really trained for that fight too much.
I don't know what that meant. It was just a cop out. Obviously, he had to make some excuse. Why? Even though if we go back and you look at what he said he will kick the ass of any woman at any time, no matter what, even if he's like sick or something and having to poop, and he will.
I'm a man. It's like Delete Laws. I'm an alpha male. I'll take you into the cage and.
He's an elf male, is what Delete Laws. He's an elf male. He's a little elf. I think I know the law. I think I know the law.
The video we have coming up tomorrow, it's going to be like Delete Laws and the Napoleon Complex or something like that.
No, you're totally.
And I have little yelping in between the things. I have like little chihuahuas going.
Heck yeah, dude! Hell yeah, that's awesome. And somebody needs to make that a meme. Delete Laws is an elf. We need to fucking make that into a thing. Because he's got himself. People were talking about him today. Well, Irish was, and JL, and saying he was like a leprechaun. They were going to dress as leprechauns and stand around him so that he looked like a leprechaun, like the same.
He wants to come out for the fight. Supposedly that if he shows up, if Delete Laws shows up for it.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucking hilarious. It would be even funnier is if you could get them all to dress up like the Lollipop Guild and then somehow get Delete Laws Chili to like hold the fake lollipop thing.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Of course he would not. But you know how funny that would be to fucking get Delete Laws to like the whole Lollipop Guild is standing behind him and singing the song, and because he is a short man and he thinks he's
like
big.
5'6", 5'7", something like that.
Which I am too, but he makes himself seem like he is a huge dude and that he's important and that he's an alpha.
When he holds the camera, he holds it down below him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when he's facing it away, he holds it up.
Yeah, no, he uses camera tricks for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The only reason why my camera right now is set below me is because I don't have a way to put it in a place to where I can't see my full screen. I only have one screen I'm using. I wish I had two, and if I had two, then I could put a camera between the two and then make it to where it should be. So that's the only reason why my cameras usually look up, and I normally don't do the up thing. I usually, because I don't need to do that. I don't care that I look small or that people know how big I am. The only thing that is different is when I do have video and photos taken of me on stage, most of the time it is the God angle, which is up. Because there's a stage and they're below me like I'm not trying to look like that. It's just the way that the photos and the videos are shot of me, and I'm not trying to pretend I'm bigger. Where Chili is wanting to be this big bad man, even though when you wear your little like headphones all the time, you do not look like
his emotional support headphones.
Yeah, you don't look like an alpha male when you have those.
There's nothing wrong with having emotional support.
No, there is not. But if you claim,
as long as you admit it.
yeah, exactly. I have a handful of friends that like, and I even do this. Most of the time I will be listening to my phone or have my headphones in when I'm walking around or doing certain things in public. Not always. Obviously, when I go to the bar, most of the time I have one headphone in and I'm watching whoever's premiere it is. But I don't have these huge headphones on and pretending that like I'm okay with my existence. and have them. Nothing against anybody who wears them. Once again, just he's not alpha. He is definitely a beta. And if he did have a girlfriend or wife, I would totally cuck the fuck out of him. I would totally duct tape him to a chair and fuck his girlfriend or wife right in front of him. Anyways, let's get on to the last thing.
He'd probably enjoy that the way he talks.
I'm sure he would, and that's fine. And
dungeon, that's probably his king.
And if he paid me enough money, I would probably fuck him in the ass too. I normally don't do that unless we get paid enough money, but you know what? I would
Mark
do it for
says,
chili.
"Don't stand up. We don't need proof. You're not small."
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
We'll talk about that in Discord because I do stand up in Discord a bunch. And then it gets Crusher says, Jeebus.
Stream you also do it.
Well, yes, there's been 4 streams that I have accidentally stood up without turning off my camera.
Yeah,
and
I think Pip was the first one.
Probably.
And there was one where you were wearing your frilly panties and things started falling out.
Yeah, and then things fell out, and then I was wearing boxers one time, and I lifted up my leg, and my junk fell out of them, and yeah, there's been a couple times. And the even funnier thing about that is this proves that I'm a cyborg. And this proves that I'm a cyborg. None of those have been taken down. So all of those are still up. So you can really, if you go to certain streams, you can actually see my junk on a stream. Is this the one that you were saying?
Yeah, which does not surprise me because the way that Right the Hand is, he's phobic to everything. It's like everything.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
But just like I fingered out a lot of times that people who preach about anti-gay, behind closed doors, they want to have me screw them.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been propositioned to have sex with more skinheads than like anybody else behind closed doors. Literally, growing up in my teen years.
I just say it on stream. What?
Yeah. Well,
OnlyFans?
You know, as a teen, I was involved with weird, crazy people, right? And there was a couple times where I got involved with people who were in that. And when you're selling drugs, you don't really have discrepancies to some extent, right? And I know I shouldn't have, but literally there was like high up people and stuff in San Diego, and behind closed doors, they're like, "Let's do this." One time I was on mushrooms as I was being a pimp's assistant, and I was upstairs and I was shrooming, and 3 fucking skinheads come crawling through the 2nd story window because there was a balcony, and they didn't want to be seen walking into a prostitute's house, I guess. So I'm fucking shrooming, and these fucking 3 skinheads, 2 males and 1 female, come fucking walking through the fucking into the window and come in, and they're like, "Where's Jason?" I'm like, "Downstairs?" And they fucking go downstairs, and I'm like, "Oh my god, am I gonna die?" Because they literally had like all the insignias and then I heard them laughing downstairs, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I went downstairs. They're pulling out dildos and vibrators, and they're talking about like having group sex, and I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck is going on?" You know, like they're supposed to be anti all this shit, right? Like what? Yep. But no, they're really into that crap.
But like, it's also like, what's a better way to not be attacked than joining the attackers?
Yeah.
The possible attackers. Like, you know.
Really quick, I may have been saying that wrong. I forgot in the UK, skinheads could be different fashions. Sorry. These were Nazis. These were literal like they were racist.
Skinhead here is racist.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure these were racist people that I was dealing with during this
white
because
supremacists, basically.
I
Nazis.
Yeah, I literally saw a handful of them like beat up people, and I can't stop them. But then like 10 minutes later, they go into the bathroom with me. "Hey, do this." And I'm like, "No, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no." And I just walk out. Like, I can't believe you just like almost killed somebody, and then now you're going to ask for sex? What the fuck, dude? Anyways, so the big nasty conspiracy theory of all time is that who knows about the Kern? Is that what it's called? CERN? There we go. Okay, that's the right thingy mabobber.
That's the Hadron
Hadron
God
Collider
particle thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the hydrocolonical enema. No, okay, sorry, that's a different turn. No, no, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the here we. Let me try to get to where it actually talks exactly about it.
It's probably down.
Okay, I guess we'll just go through the conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
So what it does is what it breaks up particles at a nuclear level, and it helps us see
atomic level.
what. Okay.
It
atoms
collides
together or something.
particles.
Yeah.
Okay. It just helps us see like maybe further into the past, or we're trying to break apart neutrons or something at a different level or something, right? So there's a conspiracy theory like a hydra. So when you cut one head off, there's 3 that grows. But the principles, well, okay, we don't need to know that.
I think it's down more, maybe.
So the Earth is flat, of course. They go over that being blah blah blah. But I want to get to the actual conspiracy of this. COVID is a product of 5G technology, of course.
Yeah.
So CERN, here we go.
There we go.
This conspiracy theory originated from Twitter thread. Did the world end in 2012? Created by Twitter. Oh, that doesn't matter. So they claim that CERN, European Council for Nuclear Research, destroyed the world in 2012 by turning this thing on, right?
Yeah.
And
experiment, yeah.
Yeah, and so what it is it's a large hard-on
collider.
Sorry, harder on collider. Sorry, Freudian slip, obviously. So what these people believe is that from this being turned on and the transference of consciousness, it being turned on, cleverly transferred our consciousness into a parallel universe, such that we do not remember the real one or the one that we were in. So we have been shifted to a new parallel universe. And if you look, the ice shelf is here, and the ocean, and okay, that's just something else. Anyways, let's see. The conspiracy theories about the LHC have grown in recent years, and TikTok emerging from the main platform. So because they returned it back on, right? And didn't they just start it up a couple of days ago?
I don't know.
Yeah. It got they
bring up Mandela effect on there. On the second paragraph.
Is it this one?
Yeah, they're claiming Mandela effect. That's why it's
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
oh my god.
So things are the same, but they're not the same because there was a shift in the multiverse, is what they're claiming. And they just returned it back on. I don't remember how many days ago. If there's anybody in the side chat who can post that, it was just a couple of days ago or a week ago, and so they're claiming it again. They're saying that we did a re-emergence of all of that crap again. Let's see, moon landing, chemtrails. Dinosaurs are fake, obviously, Okay.
Obviously.
I'm showing 3 weeks ago, so yeah, it was relative.
Yeah, and so that's why I brought this up, is because just recently this conspiracy has reemerged back with all the conspiracy theorists talking about the parallel universes being shifted, and now you're doing this. And for some reason, I want to say that something about July 4th, you weren't supposed to drink alcohols because then you could ascend into the parallel universe or
Did you see my TikTok today?
Yeah.
One of the very last ones was about that. Don't drink alcohol because the frequencies can throw you into another dimension.
Yeah. And I believe somehow that was connected with.
And they turned the Hadron Collider on the 5th.
Yeah. And so it was don't drink alcohols on the 4th so that you could be conscious enough to transcend on the 5th when they turned it on. I think is like the conspiracy was the whole conspiracy. But yeah, Mama did cover the beginning of it, just saying for some reason Yeah. For some reason, the 4th of July, you weren't supposed to drink so you can gain consciousness. They never explained the 4th per se, but that's what it was. It was because it was connected with that
Why
being
would
turned
a big thing like the Hadron Collider, which is not in America, plan around doing it on a day that has something to do with America? Only America.
I don't think
a
it
load
was
of
due to
Americans
that.
getting
It
drunk.
wasn't due to that. It was because they turned it on July 5th.
Yeah,
so
it may not.
Don't drink the day before because the alcohol's going to be in your system overnight.
Well,
they
I-
planned on the 5th because of the 4th of July.
I did hear a handful of conspiracy theorists saying that, which doesn't, again, make sense because it's not in the Americas. But I heard something about they don't want the Americans to shift. They wanted other people, everybody else in the world to shift, except for the Americans. So they knew everybody was going to be drunk on the 4th.
Come on. Everybody wants the Americans to stay behind.
Yeah. So they were
Except
like,
a couple of them, of course, except a few.
they're like, if we do it on the 5th, everybody's hungover in the Americas, and they won't get to travel with us. So that was part of the conspiracy, I think, at least for a small. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Like, how can half of us extend through a parallel universe and the rest of us not, but we're still experiencing each other still in the same way? Yeah,
right.
No,
They thought like America would wake up after that. And like
the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening, or like Revelations, or what's it called when?
Or it was all the ones that got drunk would be magically sucked away into another reality.
Be like the rapture,
being
kind of.
like
the anti-rapture,
a quick way of vacuuming the dirt away.
I mean, usually when I get drunk, I get sucked, but that's a whole different story we'll talk about later.
When I get drunk, I suck.
I end up in a public park in a bathroom, and my throat gets sore.
So why would they make it such a big deal about the drinking thing? Like,
I don't know, something like your frequencies shift would change when you have alcohol in your system or you're drunk.
They were saying you're too inebriated to be able to feel and vibe off of your chakras weren't able to align and
not drugged, not on weed, not medicated on any altering prescription. So like my opioids are going to be fine versus someone having half a bottle of whiskey.
Well, that's the other thing. That's the other thing these people don't think about is they are only self-centered enough to where the only thing they take really, and even if they do take medications, they don't think that would affect anything because that's a good thing because a doctor gave it to them. But alcohol kind of makes you fuzzy, so they're like, oh, then they're.
And if people thought that the collider was going to open up a massive black hole when it went on, when it got turned on.
That's what the original in 2012 was, and now they just think that we're going to be shifting into different parallel universes in the multiverse. So
wait, we can all be our own Rick.
Yes.
Yes.
If you don't drink alcohol, which is the opposite of what Rick did, and he drank the too much of the alcohol.
Fine, I don't drink alcohol anyway. Really,
I
don't either.
I do think like they think like, oh, alcohol,
So
if you drink alcohol, you get drunk because they don't know how to drink in moderation.
Sure, because you could have a glass of
I
wine
drink every now and then, but like in my 40 years, I've been really drunk just twice.
Sorry, how many times?
Twice.
3 now, remember?
3?
And we've seen you
hang on the other day, having drunk a bit too much.
We've seen you a little sloshed on stream, but not very many times.
Yeah,
and yes,
but that was quite.
Do you
tipsy.
mean you've only been drunk twice or hung over twice?
Hung over? Never.
Lucky, I get hungover all the time.
I've had once that I woke up that my stomach was upset, but that already happened the evening before. It may have to do with that I know that I need to switch up what I drink.
Yeah.
I like Bacardi and Coke, but I also just like Coke, so I switch that out. So I do get some normal fluid inside of me.
Well,
There you go.
we know you
Yeah,
get some
water
kind of
in
fluid
between.
inside of you, but we'll talk about that later, Brainless.
It's fluid.
Okay, good. Mango's not here, so it did not get written down.
She goes back and watches
I was
these
gonna
things,
say,
and she
she'll
will
watch
write
the
them
stream.
down.
She'll write
Yeah, she
it
literally
down.
will go back and watch these
Oh,
if she's not
fuck.
here. Yep.
Oh.
Because I've gotten caught so many times where I thought she wasn't here, and the next day she hits me up and she's like, "I got 3 new ones," and I'm like, "You fucking went back and watched the stream?" She's like, "Yep." I'm like, "God damn it."
Sneaky Mango. I approve.
Love you, Mango. Thank you so
Oh
much.
shit!
You're
Now
awesome.
she.
You're a
I
peach.
think she doesn't even need to go watch this back because we got 2 rats here. You know, women always pack together against the men.
Not always.
Well, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't agree on that, but there may be people in the side chat who are taking timestamps and they may be feeding them to her as well.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. So I do believe we do have some people in the side chat who are helping out with those things because we did ask for it. I did ask for it.
Forget
I did
this
ask
one.
for it.
Yeah. You did.
I do.
Everybody, thanks for doing that, but forget this one.
Forget that one. I do ask everybody to go in and timestamp anything they can that makes me look stupid and idiotic for the fun of it. And we do every once.
That's funny.
Come on, but that does not need to be done for me.
No,
I already do that
hear
enough
you.
myself.
Yeah, you don't
no,
need help. Is what you're saying.
I hear you, but I definitely ask for it, and I'm surprised there aren't way more people that are making videos about my dumb ass. All right, everybody. I think we're about there. We're gonna end it. I'm gonna try to get together with my queen and go talk to her and make sure she's all right. And then if anybody wants to play if anybody wants to play games in her Discord, we will be there later. So if you would like to play games with us, we'll do that in private.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Ox. I knew there was going to be somebody out there that was going to do it. Folks, if you don't, folks, if you don't know this yet, my queen did make a stream Pervs Cards Against Humanity deck, and we have 3 other decks that we use that are very, very fun. So if you want to play Cards Against Humanity with us, we will most likely be in her Discord playing that. So please come over there and hang out with us. These skits, me and her definitely need distractions. So we will probably be there playing games or watching something. So everybody, thank you very much. Vila, is there anything you want to say before we get the fuck out of here?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Sweet. Tomorrow you and I will go over getting you logged back into the stream on my yards and all that fun stuff, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Brainless, you got anything you want to talk about or say or do too, or
the usual things on Thursday, the TMI show.
Yep.
On Delicious Danish, without me this week, and I hope for Friday, Pip.
Yeah, we're hoping that she will be there.
Hopefully I'll be there this time too. I was
sweet.
away last week, so
if not, let me double check the date. I think the 30th is Saturday, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
So Friday, if Pip is not doing something, we will do a game stream on one of our channels. If Pip is not able to,
and then cards. We can do cards.
Yeah, and totally.
Because I want to try the pack, but you're always in there when I'm asleep.
I know. We do it way. I know we do it way late. Unfortunately, us Americans. See,
time zones.
No, the problem is the Earth is a globe and it's not flat Earth.
No,
if it was flat Earth,
no, it's
we
not
could all. If it was a flat Earth, we could all be on the same time zone, right? Because it would just be a small little disc, and
we'd have two time zones. Each half the world would have different time zones. Just as,
yeah.
We only need the two.
It would be like a piece of pie or a pie, only 6 or 8 squares. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, all right. Glober Mom, is there anything you want to say before?
Just check out just some Accords tomorrow. I'll be putting out a video tomorrow.
Awesome.
On
Heck
Elite
yeah.
Laws and his Napoleon complex.
Sweet. Awesome. All right. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you in the next stream. We might be doing a stream tomorrow. I just don't know exactly what we're gonna do. I'm this close to doing a Hickman Dickerson stream. Just
cool.
I'm being scared about fucking doing that voice for a while. So I'm almost there. I've been training my voice and I've been trying to get into character and stuff.
Well, don't rush it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're hoping soon there'll be that. And then Cookie McSweet Tits should be coming back very soon. Just my brain, her brain has not been exactly in the right mood exactly to take that on. So soon we'll bring everybody back and we'll be doing some of the normal stuff once things cool back down around our way. So thank you all very much. We'll see you in the next
thank you guys.
video.
Thank you, chat, for being here.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.